Which team will walk among the other legends like Tribe Gaming and Team Casso? That's what we're here to find out. It's once again time for Clash of Clans. It's the May Qualifier for the World Championship. It's episode 3, the return of the baby dragon. My name is Rene, and with me are the best casters that I could ever choose from, and also the only ones that I'm allowed to choose. It's Galadon and Klaus.
Thank you so much, Rene. So excited to be here. Friday was amazing. Saturday was incredible. Today, we've got 4 of the best clans in the world ready to see one advance to the finals later on this year.
That's right. The May playoffs are here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're about to see history made with, I think, some of the best competition we have ever seen.
Yeah, we got the playoffs on your screen already, and once again, it's just one team that will get that spot to our big Worlds Finals later on in October. If we see GS as one of the, let's say, top seeds, right?
Yes.
So we got both top seeds on opposing side of the bracket, which is important. So we might end up with our leaders of the group in the actual final, which then is a best of 3. And all of this today is once again single elimination. But enough of all the talking. Let's bring on some action. So we got everyone ready for semi-final number 1. GS took the crown in their group, and Kings are back to take it back. That's what basically the whole storyline of today.
Check this out, though. We've got Bernal from Kings leading all players, 94.7% average destruction, Klaus.
It's such a high number that it's hard to even say, but it's awesome to be able to see statistics like that to figure out who are the real MVPs from the round robins from yesterday and the day before.
Big hitters on both teams, and I'm pretty sure they will promise us a lot of action in this matchup.
We have Aaron CPB also with a 91.0% total destruction on the clan, GS's clan. So we're really, really excited to see how he's able to perform today.
Bernal, 2 triples, 2 3-star attacks going into today. Watching for him to grab that 3rd one for certain.
They definitely all want those stars, but once again, this is not group stage. It's not about stars, it's just single elimination. And we're ready. We want to eliminate the first team and want to figure out who goes into the playoff finals. So bring it on, Kings versus GS.
Oh man, this is the tale of prides of Japan versus the prides of Brazil right here, Klaus. Cannot wait to see these 2 face off.
You know, you could say that this is a culmination of years of figuring out who the best of the best are from each country, and it's going to be an amazing sight to see these 2 clans clash in this Clash of Clans tournament.
So excited to see that we do indeed have a way to bring the best of the best through 2 different means, in-game in CWL, and of course through play.eslgaming.com, where you can qualify with your own 5-member team. But here we go. Heiji from Kings is going to break the ice. The first attack of the day. It's going to be a little bit of added pressure, Klaus.
The first attack of the day. I mean, this really sets the tone for the clan. Kings, you know, have probably put their top player in there to get that highest score that they possibly can to start this off. I mean, think about it. If they start this off with a 3-star, then GS, they've got a lot of added pressure on them.
Absolutely. So you watch them picking off those trash buildings, and then an expensive funnel right here. You got the baby dragon with a coconut loon out in front. That's not a baby dragon, rather. Got Klaus. I've got Rene on the brain right now. The electro dragon coming in, getting lots of buildings down, and here comes your archer queen.
Don't we always have Rene on the brain? Yes, this attack starting off with a very nice funnel here. The left side taken care of by an electro dragon, the right side being taken care of by a whole bunch of small troops, and we have ourselves the Pekka smash coming toward the space right now.
Yep, so watch for that single jump spell as the troops are getting ready to move in here. You got to watch out for these buildings at the bottom of the base, though. He definitely wants to see them all enter together. So he's going to wait here and get that elixir storage cleared. There you go. The Archer Queen is going to move in after the Archer Tower. Here comes your clan castle. The archers are coming out. We've seen a lot of hounds and archers in CCs on defense, Klaus.
That's right. It's interesting right there. We only had a few archers come out. No hounds has come out of that clan castle yet. And if he's lucky, he'll be able to get that over with soon, because it seems to be the common theme that that Lava Hound coming out is mostly just to steal the time, because right now with the current meta, with that Queen Walk, we're seeing a lot of mostly time fails and not necessarily all of the opposing troops dying all at once.
Look at everybody headed in here except for maybe one bowler right into the core after the Town Hall. You see the Lava Hound hovering above. Town Hall down, first star damage 50%, second star Warden ability, keeping units up, and now did almost everybody just go outside, Klaus? Holy, you heard the reaction there from GS as all those troops from the Hages went out towards that 3 o'clock side.
You can only imagine how relieved they are to see that. I mean, you know as well as I do that the trick to these victories is to keep most of your troops on the inside. Fortunately, and this is a real roll of luck here, that Queen came back, so that Eagle Artillery is down pretty quickly, and if the Queen can stay on task, she'll also be able to take out those internal defenses like that Expo, or the double Expo over there on the left-hand side.
And the healers remained inside as well, so now this is kind of becoming cleanup from the outside. The healers, unfortunately, locked onto the Ice Golem, but the Archer Queen, let's see where she heads after this Expo goes down. No, she is not going to use the jump spell. She's going to head after that Builder Hut, perhaps. Maybe she'll get to that Inferno Tower next. The Pekkas are clearing the outside pretty effectively. Now she's back over the jump spell, headed back through the core. She needs to get that Expo down. Oh, she's out of here.
She doesn't get it done. Unfortunately, she saw that Builder Hut as a little bit closer, possibly a higher priority than taking out the defense. So with 91% total destruction, that's going to be it for Heiji. Again, I think that moment where a lot of the troops ran out to the outside ring, they ran into a bunch of giant bombs and Teslas on the outside as well, really cost him a lot. If all those bowlers had stayed in the middle, we'd see this base get gutted from the inside out.
Absolutely, and we heard the reaction from GS right there. A big sigh of relief, a collective sigh of relief, as that pretty much signaled there would not be a 3-star, although 91%, a solid number.
You gotta love it whenever you see above 90%. We did the numbers actually from the whole rounds, and it looks like the average total destruction is about 75%. So if we do see a number above that, then we know, hey, that was a pretty solid attack. And of course, we're always looking for that triple.
We certainly are, and both of these clans have multiple players that have tripled. In fact, on GS's side, Takana has dropped a triple, as has every other player except for one for GS. So you know these guys all, of course, are a threat to 3-star at any time. But watching to stack up those numbers is Takana coming in after number 1 Marinal's base.
You know, it's interesting to note also that Takana, he hadn't have 3-starred before, and then we kind of noticed. We mentioned it. We're like, oh, look, Takana, who's been here before, hadn't tripled, and then boom, he pulls off the 3-star. So he's definitely one for answering the call and, you know, getting in on that pressure, getting in on that tension in a match. And so this is probably where he feels the most comfortable.
And this is it today. Again, single elimination. Stars don't matter unless you have more than your single opponent. Only one clan advances, and it's based upon the outcome of this war right here. So no second chances, just like CWL in the regular game, you just get one shot.
Top players of the world, best clans, and they're all coming together right here to figure out who the 3rd clan is going to be moving in for the World Championships later on this year. So this is a big, big deal. Again, as Galadon mentioned earlier, this is a single elimination tournament. That means that they have to win this war in order to move on for a chance. So it all is on the line for pretty much every war here today.
And look what's moving in, the wall wrecker all the way to the Eagle Artillery through 4 different layers, maybe 5 layers of walls on the way in. Watch those Hog Riders move in after the Tesla up there. Rage keeps the Queen and her healers, accelerating that healing to her. She's going to be facing down with that Lava Hound momentarily. The poison spell down already. Now she's going to have to deal a great freeze there from the Ice Golem. That's going to be on the defending Archer Queen as well, and that's going to be big as the Archer Queen takes the defending Archer Queen down quickly. Needs to move on to that Lava Hound, Klaus.
Wow, so the timing of that Ice Golem was actually perfect, going off and freezing everything, because the Queen, under her Rage spell, was able to take out the enemy Queen just in time. I mean, it was perfect. Then she had to deal with the Lava Hound and the pups and whatnot, so this is good. But check it out, Hog Riders are in the house.
That's right, all but 11 already down. Watch them move in like this from the sides and other groups. Takana hoping that they're going to join together and be able to soak up those heals as they move in towards that Town Hall. And also watch for the percentage. Right as we cross 50%, Takana has timed this perfectly. The Town Hall will become a weapon, and the Hog Riders are going to go right after it.
And that's what you need. You need that Town Hall to pop. That happens at 51%. And all the Hogs now entering into the Town Hall compartment.
And the freeze just missed that Giga Tesla right there. The Town Hall goes down anyway. You can see the last Hogs kind of joining up forces. In come the cleanup troops behind. You've got a minion, a wizard, a couple of archers. 69% getting close. Got a big group of defenses up here at the top, though.
With that multi-inferno, though, that is going to be a problem. Also, all those ground-targeting skeleton traps, that is also a huge problem for these mass attacks like Hog Riders and Miners. So it's going to be interesting to see here what happens.
Well, unfortunately, only 20 seconds left, 86%. You can see the Queen is working her way through some more structures. Final 15 seconds, bottom left of the screen. Barb King is defending. Lots of buildings still up into the final 10 seconds. A few being worked on, but still 4 left to go. 7 seconds remain. A couple more buildings are going to go down. 98, it's so close. This looks like it's going to be a 99%. Can't quite get to the last building. Unbelievable. And right there, Takana dropping a 99.
What a start to us, seriously. I mean, both teams showing great performance on the first attack already, but it is GS taking the upper hand, at least after our first attack, with 99 stars. The Hog Riders really helping out here, and a Pekka smash on the side of Kings, only 91% for now.
Beautiful to see the Hog Riders move in there. Grabbing the 99 is so painful, but remember, in this war, the percentage could be the issue. We're absolutely seeing the best bases anywhere.
That's right. A lot of the wars in the round robins were figuring out the winners based upon star count. 3 stars were winning it, but I can definitely expect with both the best attackers and the best base builders, we're going to be seeing some wars that are really, really close, coming down to the very last percentage point.
Yep, and here we go again. Satana with Kings moving in with, it looks like some Lalo. Watch for that single Earthquake spell. This is something that iTzu's been talking about all week. The idea that a Lalo can be a dangerous strategy to go after to get 3 stars simply because of the Town Hall. So sometimes you bring the insurance, the Earthquake spell, that makes sure that the balloons will target the Town Hall when they're in that area.
That's right. Now with this attack actually starting up here, we're seeing some Lalo. We gotta love it. We've got some Earthquake spell. We've got an entry in without any healers. So this is kind of like just a simple hero dive to take out some of the essential defenses like air defense and you know, possibly even the enemy queen. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen.
She couldn't get to that second air defense, Klaus. So close. You know Satana wanted to see 50% of those air defenses out of here. In comes the Stone Slammer at the top. And again, you can see this base kind of being carved out from the 12 o'clock position. That's going to kind of create that L-shaped remainder of the base that the Lava Hounds and the minions and the balloons are going to move in.
You can hear GS watching as their base is being defended here, and as soon as that Stone Slammer went up instead of down, they got a little bit excited. They know that their base has defended in the way that they were really hoping so. Fortunately, that Electro Dragon's Chain Lightning gets through an entire air defense and also pops that Giga Tesla, which is actually a good thing because now the balloons will target him.
But watch this, the skeleton balloons got it in the way from the skeleton trap. That's going to stall the Electro Dragon trying to get to the Eagle Artillery. Now the defending Queen is going to be in there, and it looks like that, no chance. The Dragon can't get the Eagle down, and that is going to be a big stall in this attack, unfortunately.
Right now with those Lava Hounds just approaching fast, they're going to be swinging right over that Queen, which is never a good sign for any troop, to be honest. The balloons now crushing that Town Hall, so that's a good sign. We've already got 1 star, and things are looking good. Great Grand Warden usage right there with his special ability, and everything is kind of collapsing down onto the core here. As Galadon mentioned, really carving out with that entry. The balloons have really nowhere to go but one way.
Yep, and there's your Earthquake spell drop now, trying to get some damage on that Eagle Artillery. Look at the balloons just getting wiped out, completely annihilated by the defending Archer Queen and that Wizard Tower right there. And you can again hear GS, they're very animated over there. They planned, this base looks like it was prepared for anti-air. You saw all of those skeleton traps going up into the sky. They certainly were ready for this style attack, and they know that they've defended and prevented a 3-star.
Right, Tunnel, it looks like he kept his cool, though. That's the big part of why these players are the best in the world, because when things don't go their way, they're able to think on their feet and figure out a way to complete their objective. Right now, with minions going all over the place, trying to absorb as much percentage as possible, they're getting stuck on that Pekka King over there with that brand new skin.
Yep, and the Eagle Artillery continuing to fire away. Satano is going to wrap up with a 73%, lower than his average so far. Up to this point, he had averaged 85% damage on the bases he attacked.
All right, so with that attack, here we go with the replay. Kaitano here, that was actually an essential moment. This chain lightning, boom, that air defense goes down. You gotta love when things go your way and your troops actually execute the way you're hoping for them to.
Yeah, that was a little bonus to get that air defense down, and the Eagle Artillery unfortunately stayed up, and the frustration that Earthquake spell was kind of like a frustration drop right there. It wasn't needed on the Town Hall, most likely because a Lava Hound popping sometimes one of those lava pups will go ahead and target the Town Hall.
Absolutely, and of course that Earthquake spell does do quite a bit of damage, a percentage. So if you can get a building to under that percentage, then an Earthquake spell can actually destroy a key building, which is really important whenever you have those close situations where maybe that Eagle Artillery, the key defense on the base, isn't quite down yet.
Now this is Watto from GS. Watto is the only player that has not 3-starred yet today.
Wow.
I mean, for his team yet this weekend is
right.
So I'm looking for a 3-star from Watto. You know that he wants one to show that he can keep up with his fellow clanmates and drop that triple.
Absolutely. You know, that's essential. Having a clan where everybody pulls their weight. Everybody has their role, and at the end of the day, the clan wins as a whole. And GS has really personified that for us here this weekend, because all players except for one has tripled, and we're looking to see one of them from Watto today.
Beautiful Warden ability right there. Allowed those balloons. If you saw that 300 IQ haste spell, getting the balloons in, they took out that multi-target Inferno. Could not quite get the Wizard Tower down. The defending Baby Dragon is helping to complicate things right now in the core.
With that, the lava pups all over the place. You see that little sneaky minion coming in, able to help out, slow or speed things up, as that lava hound with all the pups really seems to slow down an attack. Now, the pathing right here is a little tricky. There's a jump spell, but they break through the wall anyway, and it looks like all of the attack is running toward the outside except for the queen, and then now she's lost her healers.
Oh, the healers have all but one is peeled off, and that's not going to be enough to keep her up. She needs her ability to stay. She's going to get that Expo out of the way, but now she's not really within range of any other defenses, as she's going to wander back over towards the cannon, and that should be the end of her momentarily. Unfortunately, like you said, Klaus, the healers kind of abandon her for the Grand Warden. You know, sometimes those healers, she's going to have words with them when they get back to the castle.
Can you imagine that business meeting? It's like, okay, listen, I'm the one taking on the core. Grand Warden, he's hanging out with the ones going off in the wrong direction. You need to prioritize a little bit better. It wouldn't surprise me if one of those healers didn't get fired.
Well, it's possible, and it looks like not all of them are coming home because we lost a couple of mid-attacks, 76%. Watto's got plenty of time, but not many troops. His average so far this weekend has been 73, so he has improved on that. Looks like another building or two is going to go down. And again, with only 2 stars on the board so far, you know that every single building they know could end up making the difference, whether they advance to the finals today and the playoffs that could get them to the World Championships later on this year.
That's right, and as we've said in the past, you know, this Grand Warden, especially with healers, his range is ridiculous. He's able to actually take out defenses like right now without them ever even knowing what happened. That wizard on top of that tower just crumbled and had no idea what was going on.
He was confused. He was looking the wrong direction. I mean, how do you see that? I mean, that is a great distance right there from that Warden. The staff is long and the reach is even longer. Again, getting several buildings, but now the Inferno Tower says, yeah, I got you in my sights. And now it's a race between, well, how about time? How about time is out? There it is, 85% for Watto. That's a solid number right there. And so far right now, GS the advantage by percentage.
2 attacks in the books for both teams. And we saw the Kings running into a Hero Eagle artillery on the defensive side. And that means GS is still up, not by much. The second attack wasn't as good. The first one was still nothing below 80% for GS and 1 below that for the Kings.
And you're talking about a total destruction advantage there, Rene. I mean, yes, we're seeing amazing 2-star attacks, but all of them falling just a bit short of that 3-star. And it really is coming down to just a few either small mistakes or, you know, even luck. You know, I feel like sometimes if the troops are wanting to go one way or the other, the spacing is equal. There's really no way to predict that.
It can be tough, and in comes another Pekka smash. This time we got bat, so Pekka bow bat often this attack called, as you've got 6 bat spells. So watch for them to move in and take out a bunch of buildings around the perimeter a little bit later on in this attack. You know that these players are seeing bases that they have never seen before. They don't have scouts. They don't know where the traps, the Teslas, the mines, the bombs are. So they're extremely difficult bases, and I would expect overall the hit rate has to decrease when you're at this sort of situation against the best bases in the world.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't know where any of the key defenses or the key traps are. You know, that Tesla farm, we saw it a lot yesterday, especially because the defense was so overwhelming. but you're talking about, you know, running into one Tesla in the wrong spot that they don't predict it to be in, and it can throw off an entire attack. So that is why these guys are so good, because they're able to adjust on the fly, as we said before, and keep their cool when things might not be going their way.
We'll watch for these 6 bat spells and 3 freeze spells Seleno has ready to go here. So as these units move past the top, here come the bats. Watch for that key wizard tower there on the right-hand side as it moves in. Freeze doesn't quite catch the multi-target Inferno, Klaus. That's going to cost a lot of bats. Also, Seleno wants that ice golem to get destroyed. It would freeze multiple defenses right now. There it is, it does catch. And there's an insurance free spell as well. The bats finally through those top defenses.
Wow, so the bats required 3 free spells just to take out a few defenses. So that was not the ideal situation. But hey, with all of those Pekka still in the core,
right now,
we're not looking terrible, even though the bats were just a little bit shaky.
There's so many Pekkas left in the core right now, Klaus. It's hard to tell how many hit points are left or how many Pekkas there even are. The Archer Queen has plenty of health, and she has her ability. You've got a minute 10 left, 77% though. So over 20% of this base remaining. The Inferno Tower is going to be the cause of a lot of damage to these Pekkas right here. So it looks like maybe there's 2 plus the Archer Queen. 57 seconds, 83%. Goblin goes down. You got the Wizards on the right-hand side. The Queen hoping to tank for those as they move in. We're going to be above 90%, Klaus, but I'm not sure. It's going to be super close right here. That Inferno Tower is going to be key.
The Queen cannot reach that multi-inferno from any direction, I don't think. Possibly in this little nook here at the bottom, I don't know. But whenever she uses her special ability, she'll have to get through some more of these buildings, and then she'll get stuck on a wall and be fired on by the multi-inferno and the archer. So I'm not sure if this Queen is going to be able to pull this off.
And the splash damage from that mortar almost immediately took out all of her assisting archers. A 95% 2-star from Seleno, and you could see the disappointment. It's not often you see players disappointed about a 95% attack.
Well, they know that they have to triple to set themselves apart and to win this. It all comes down to this. Think about it this way. You know, if you're in this war, you know, you have this one chance. And if you don't pull it off, your clan might not move on. And it's, again, single elimination. It is all on the line here to figure out who gets to move on to the World Championships later this year.
And look who looks excited. A returning face, a familiar face, the pride of Japan. Earth is here. He's been here before, so no doubt you can see that he is ready for this competition. He is not nervous at all. He is ready to absolutely crush. And we'll see what happens here with another Pekka smash, this time with 2 jump spells.
2 stars for every attack so far. It's coming down to a total destruction advantage, and I would argue that probably GS overall has that advantage right now. So let's see if Earth can push that advantage or secure the first 3-star of the day for his clan, for us as we watch, so that we can definitely say that GS is in the lead here.
Yes, and look what Earth has discovered on the right-hand side. The Tesla farm, like you were talking about, Klaus, has popped up. All sorts of mines, bombs over there as well. So that's going to get cleared early, which can be good. You want to see those Tesla farms discovered at the beginning of the attack rather than stopping a 3-star at the end. Here comes your first jump spell. They're on their way in towards the core. Perfect funnel right here, Klaus. They should all head inside.
That's right, and it's a little shaky, those bowlers being able to see over the walls, but he sneaks in a few hogs on the air defense on the very top just to make sure that all of his bowlers stay on task. And now everybody's going directly into that little alleyway there. They get the town hall down very, very quickly. It's all about the funnel in these types of attacks, and right now, this Pekka smash is looking very nice.
I love it. Unfortunately, you've got the defending Archer Queen and the Eagle Artillery still up. We'll see if they get through those quickly. Here they go. Queen down, Eagle down, jump spell down. That's your exit strategy jump spell, Klaus. They're going to be on their way out the back of this building, the village rather, but unfortunately, both of those Inferno Towers kind of being ignored at the moment.
Ouch. So the Queen, and this is another example of the overwhelming destruction that defending clan castle can pose. No, it's not a lot of damage that it does, but when you have a Lava Hound, those pups distract that Queen forever. And that's what we're seeing here. The Queen got distracted so long that the nearest building was way off on the wrong side.
She's way over on the other side of the village, and maybe the healers can keep her up. It's going to be a close race right here against damage. That Archer Tower, the mortar, she's going to get the Archer Tower out of the way. That should help recover her health here. Being stuck on a wall is actually beneficial, and then you saw the last Inferno Tower go down there, Klaus.
That was clutch. That was clutch. This attack has potential. The Queen still has her ability. He's got minions all over the place on the left and on the top to get the Queen up. Now, if the Queen is fast enough, she may be able to squeak by and get in here and take out all of these defenses. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that air defense on the left-hand side. Not for the healers and the Queen, but for the minions.
Yeah, it'd be so nice if the Queen could get to that early. You see Earth still completely focused. GS chattering in the background right now. They're excited. They know there's still potential right here. But look at the time counting down, Klaus. 35 seconds. Archer Queen still has her ability. Minions are still working on those starches on the left-hand side. They're sounding excited right here. Queen moves in. Giant bomb. The Wizard Tower needs to go down. 25 seconds. 5 buildings left. The minions are through the storage on the left-hand side. The air defense is taking them down, but the Archer Queen has got this right here. 97, 3 buildings, 2 buildings left. Here comes the air defense and the elixir drill, and she is going to grab the 3-star. The first 3-star of the day from GS is Earth.
Earth bringing it down with the second 3-star that we have seen this event and really setting his clan apart here.
Kings could have been happy, 95% on their attack, but then look at this answer by GS, a 3-star, 100% Earth, just shaking it for everyone basically and rolling over the competition.
He absolutely moved Earth for this attack, and beautiful 3-star right here. So tough to tell right there at the end. You could hear GS kind of dropped into this silence for a moment. They started to get more and more excited as they saw the Queen was going to indeed wrap around and grab every last building.
Oh boy, can you see? Yes, that was a 3-star from GS, but now Kings are throwing in their best player.
Let's go.
Bernal. He's gotten 2 3-stars so far, and he's the only member of Kings to have gotten a 3-star in this entire weekend.
That's right. So, remember, we highlighted him earlier at a 95% or nearly 95% average destruction throughout this weekend. If there could be any player to be answering the 3-star, you're right, Klaus, it's got to be Bernal.
And he's starting it off with an unusual funnel. We haven't seen a lot of Valkyrie action in this entire day, this entire weekend. I think these may be the second and third Valkyries that we've seen at all. So I like the creativity already. A lot of players are afraid to go outside the box, but that's what makes you a difficult clan to defend against. So right now, Bernal starting it off with a nice funnel, forcing his Queen to go off to the left, accumulate a bit of a percentage, and speed her up as those exterior buildings are cleaned up.
Yep, quickly she's going to get those Teslas, the defending Barbarian King down as well. 22% of the space is already down, Klaus. You can see the Lalo portion not yet begun. The Archer Queen has more value to gain right here, and he's hoping she's going to get in after that Inferno Tower. Got to freeze it because it is burning at those healers, and unfortunately, it looks like she's ignored that big opening right there. She needs to move further left. Now the healers are out of range of the Inferno.
And you know what? With that Inferno opened up, that opens things up for possibly another ground troop. But hey, at least the Queen is going in against that Town Hall. That's kind of a big plus. So now the 1-star will be secured, and he won't have to worry about that with his Lalo, which is a little bit difficult to grab that Town Hall with just balloons.
Yeah, when about a minute 40 left, over a third of this base already down. There is your first star for the Town Hall. So the Archer Queen has gotten the job done there. Now she's going to get stalled on that Lava Hound. Lots of archers as well. Notice the minion right there. Let's watch for that minion maybe retargeting in a moment. Nope, there's a Tesla. That's going to end the minion's hopes, but a great placement of the poison spell right there, Klaus.
I just want to make a note. Look at how many wall breakers he has used. He dropped 3 or 4 for that first break, a few for the second break, a few for that third break, trying to get the Queen Walk to go in against the enemy Queen, and he still got 2 more. He had a big set of plans for this Queen Walk, and unfortunately he wasn't able to get her in there against the enemy Queen.
No, she's going to get stalled outside on that elixir storage as well, and that means she won't get even that Expo down. Warden's ability as the Stone Slammer and Loons are moving inside. You can see the Lava Hound is going to head for the Inferno now because all of the air defenses are out of the equation.
That's right, and that's a great sign for his attack. Unfortunately, I think another big target for that Queen Walk is that sweeper that is ruining the pathing right now for these balloons. If that Queen had gone in and taken out that sweeper, this attack would have went way differently. And then he also runs into that tornado trap as well, so this attack got completely thrown off there at the very last second.
Absolutely derailed a deadly combination of the air sweeper and the tornado trap together, and there was just no chance. They were completely stalled. The Archer Queen was just shooting them out of the sky one after the other, and we end at a 74% 2-star for Bernal.
And that is not what they wanted. Remember, just a moment ago, Earth drops down an earth-shattering 3-star for GS, and now Kings are behind by 1 star, so getting that 2 did them, honestly, not a lot of good. That he needed to pull off that 3-star, and now he's only got one more teammate that's going to be able to pick it up from there.
Yes, Marinal will be the last to attack for Kings, but first we're going to see Stadra from GS drop the 4th attack. And Kings, interesting that Kings and GS are facing each other right now. Klaus, when they interviewed the GS players and they were asked which clan of all the clans that was here that they feared most, 4 out of the 5 GS players answered Kings.
Wow, very interesting. And I wonder who the Kings answered. Because if they said GS, and this is a match of a century, and we're starting off today with this action. Don't forget, everybody, this is only one war out of likely, how many, 6 wars that we're going to be seeing today, Galadon?
It's going to be a lot. A single elimination, but then it's best 2 out of 3 for the player, for the clan that's going to qualify to go to play for that big chunk of $1 million later on this year, facing professional esports teams like Team Queso and Tribe Gaming. But right now, again, Stadra trying to put things out of reach. A 3-star right here would almost clinch victory for GS.
Absolutely it would. I mean, if he 3 stars and he puts his clan 2 stars ahead, and I don't know about you, but I've never seen a 4-star attack out of King. So if this is all, or out of anybody, actually, in Clash of Clans. So if GS can pull off another 3-star here, that is going to be a dominating war for them. Let's just see how it goes. They're starting off with this lalo portion now down from the 6 o'clock section.
Yep, you got the Slammer moving in after the Town Hall, and there's a freeze spell going to stop that Giga Tesla and that air defense as well. Doesn't last quite long enough. The balloons in there, perfect warden ability. Watch those balloons survive the Giga Bomb, and now coming in on the right-hand side to complement those loons is a Lava Hound and more balloons.
And with that Queen locking onto the Eagle Artillery, this is huge. The balloons now will have a very easy path through this base. Unfortunately, they absorb quite a bit of damage from those last 3 shots from that Eagle Artillery. So right now we got a lot of limping balloons, but they have an easy path around the outside of this base right now.
Oh, that freeze spell just missed a second defense, just freezing the Inferno Tower and the cannon. Now you see more cleanup troops on the outside, but we've lost every single balloon that was in that core. So tough right here with the Expo and both of those Inferno Towers still standing.
You know, one would argue that possibly the timing of that was just a little off. If he had delayed the balloons just a little bit, that Queen did take out the Eagle Artillery. So had that been delayed a bit, that Eagle wouldn't have done any damage to the balloons. That might have left him with a time crunch at the end, but at least those balloons would have had plenty of time, plenty of potential, and hit points to make it all the way around.
This is a perfect example of so close yet so far as the Archer Queen's going to go down. 90%, it looks like this village almost completely destroyed, but the key defense is still remaining. Of the buildings that are up 91%, there are still 7 defensive buildings on the screen. These Archers not going to get much more than just the 1 more Elixir Collector.
I mean, with 2 multi-Infernos, we kind of made it kind of like a rule of Clash of Clans, you know, that 3rd Inferno kind of is always at the end, but this one had 2, so you're right. It was close, but definitely not close enough.
Both teams only left with 1 attack in this first elimination match, and we saw Bernal, the big hitter from the Kings, kind of struggling, running in circles, not able to get the Stars lead, and GS probably now stands for Got Skill, because that's what they're showing here. Another top 90% attack. With that, they're going into the last round.
85, 92, 99, and 100% the 4 attacks from GS so far. But here we go, Marinal, who is not only their anchor player, he's also the leader of the clan, and he's a YouTuber.
There we go. So with Marinal, he's got a lot of experience. He's used to the lights, the camera, the action. So we'll see if he's able to make it happen right now for his clan. If he's able to 3-star, then he's going to put his clan ahead, and it's going to be, well, not ahead, tie up with GS, and then it's going to be up to them to respond.
Exactly. Technically, it'll be up to that last attack, but we'll see what happens here from Marinal. He has an 87% damage average going into this final day, Klaus. So he has been coming close. He hasn't 3-starred yet, but you certainly know that he's got his best attack prepared. And again, Lalo. So like we've heard, maybe a slightly riskier attack. He's going for it all right here. It's all or nothing.
That's right. I mean, if he doesn't get a 3-star, then his clan is pretty much in a pretty rough position. So he's going for it all. He's going for gold right now to be able to put his clan ahead. And what's interesting is that, you know, these guys, they're so good that during their friendly challenges, during their practice, they're throwing down 3-stars left and right against their teammates' bases. But then whenever they get up here, yes, it's always needs to be mentioned that the stress of the moment, the lights, the heat, it is very hot. Sweaty up here.
Pressure,
all those things add up, and these guys, they're doing their very best, and that's what separates the boys from the men.
Yep, so the Archer Queen did get in through that wall, but the Eagle Artillery going strong. You heard it activate as all these troops are moving in from the bottom left. Watch for that Earthquake spell. There it is, the Earthquake spell dropped on the Town Hall, activates it, turns it into a weapon, and now the balloon's going to come in. Watch again for the Warden ability, keeping those balloons up through the Gigabomb.
Unfortunately, that enemy queen is still alive, but he has 2 skeleton spells that are absolutely the key here. There's a rage, and there are the 2 skeleton spells, so those are going to be taking care of the enemy queen, distracting her and potentially taking out her hit points. She's actually on her way down, and there she goes!
She's
the
down.
Enemy queen is down without even taking her out before the Lalo portion has even started.
The Eagle artillery is still standing though, Klaus, and it has almost all of its hit points. That is going to be tough right there. 70%, this attack is already wrapping up. The Eagle is going to make sure that not a lot more value gets picked off around the outside as it deals massive damage with every single strike.
So that'll finish Kings off right now with 10 stars. GS with 1 more attack with 9 stars. So that means that as long as GS gets that 1 star, they can tie it up. If they secure the 2, they can take the win. So, and we've seen a few 1 stars in this event, so we can't completely, just automatically assume every attack will be a 2-star. So really, it still comes down to this final attack from GS.
Oh, it certainly has happened. These are bases, again, like I said, we've talked about all weekend. The best bases probably being saved for today. These players putting up bases that if you're not at least copying the general layout of, you probably should. 75% for Marinol, and GS holds Kings off.
Wow, so with that attack, wow, all I got to do is say GS has really come out with a dominant performance. I mean, with a 100% 3-star, 99, 92, and then an 85, their lowest hit rate is 5% above the average total destruction that we've seen in these events.
That's right, and every single one of GS players has excelled. If I'm comparing GS's average, each player, their average leading into today, they have exceeded that in every case. Earth averaged 81, he got 100. Takana averaged 88, he got 99. Watto averaged 73, he got 85. Stodder averaged 84, he got 92. And now Aaron CPB in there to CPB, crush people's bases.
Ah, there you go. CPB, crushed in bases. Now, what is his total destruction average?
He is right now standing at 91%, and he has put up a 3-star earlier and on his way to get GS to the playoffs today.
That's right. We actually was able to show his face and his total destruction average earlier before the war even began. So he is their final attacker, and I believe he has potentially the most potential of pulling off another 3-star and pushing his clan even further ahead right now.
Certainly, he had such a high average percentage of damage. He is their key, their anchor player. No doubt a lot of these clans are starting out. They know that first position is absolutely pressure. It's difficult, it breaks the ice. And the last position, got to be able to hit that home run and catch your clan up or ice the victory.
Speaking of ice, I'm not seeing any ice golems, but I got a lot of free spells over there. I'm looking forward to seeing where he uses all 4 of these. I see one. I don't see what it was doing. I guess freezing just the Archer Tower to keep the Queen alive. And with her ability, she takes out the enemy Queen. That was a huge victory for Aaron because now his Lalu doesn't have to worry about those archers taking her down.
I'm calling 300 IQ free spell right there by Aaron CPB. We were curious for the moment, then you see that just allowed the attacking Archer Queen to get 1 or 2 final shots off. She takes out the defending Archer Queen. Then you've got an Electro Dragon here in the core of the base, and the Lalo portion is starting again. Watch the Earthquake spell as the balloons are closing in on the Town Hall, and we're far from 50% damage.
There it is. There's that Earthquake spell. You called it there, Galadon. I feel like we're being enlightened with every single one of these attacks. I mean, who would have thought freeze an Archer Tower on the outside to keep the Queen alive just long enough to take out that enemy Queen? And now with that Town Hall down, there's that 2-star winning the war right now for GS. Kings with 10, GS with 11, but you've got to believe they want that 3-star to really intimidate their next opponent.
Absolutely. GS is indeed going to advance, and so are these balloons. Check out that free spell. That is an absolutely ideally placed free spell on the Wizard Tower and that multi-target Inferno. Those loons getting all the way through this base. The core almost completely wiped out except for that one Wizard Tower and the Inferno Tower. So an impressive number, maybe below Aaron CPB's average, but maybe they did breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief knowing that they just needed a safe 2-star to advance to face the victor in the next war for the final playoff.
That's right, with that Expo in the core, Multi-Inferno and Wizard Tower, those minions and pups don't stand a chance. And oh, wait, don't want to forget about that Tesla up in the north quadrant here. He's wanting that 91%. He's wanting his average so he can finish on a strong side, but I believe he is the hero of his clan right now, securing that 2-star for the win.
Most certainly. They knew that Kings had executed every attack, and a 3-star was not important at all here, maybe only for pride, but not at the risk of coming down with a 1-star. So Aaron, with that safe attack, bringing the Earthquake spell, and that spells victory for GS.
Aaron CPB putting in the final nail in the coffin of the Kings. And with that, we say goodbye to Kings and GS. They're the first team to join the playoffs here in May. And with that being a step closer to the big money in October on our big finals World Championship Clash of Clans.
Can you believe that one 3-star secured that win? That's been the story so far. If you 2-star, which is typical, then it comes down to a few total destruction points. But if you 3-star, then that is almost a guarantee that your clan is going to win.
And indeed, Earth dropped that 3-star like we've seen him do before. He's done in previous qualifiers as well. GS super excited, pumped right now to know that they are advancing to possibly be the clan that advances to the World Championships later on this year.
Amazing, amazing attack. I can't say enough how awesome this first war was. And hey, don't forget, this is only one of what's going to be a full night of Clash of Clans competition. The single elimination tournament is just getting warmed up.
What I want to highlight once again, it was not Kings making huge mistakes. It's just we're on top of Clash of Clans. That's what it is, right? We only got the best players, the best teams, and even then, it might not be enough for your team to go through to the playoff finals. But it's time for us to actually speak to the winners, and who would be better than that than Woody?
Thanks very much, Rene. I'm here with Aaron CPB from GS. Get to the summit. You're almost there. Most of the members of your team said that Kings would be your most difficult competition. How does it feel to defeat them so decisively in the semifinals?
そうですね。先週がキングスは多分一番強いチームかもしれないって言ってたんですけれども、今本当にすごい勝利できましたので、どんな気持ちですか？どう思いますか？
僕たちもキングスは強いチームって思ってたので、そのキングスに勝てて決勝に進めたのはかなり嬉しいです。
We're very glad we could beat this strong team the Kings are. So we are very happy to do that, and we are happy to be in the final. So we hope we can also manage to do the same thing in the next game.
Aaron, you previously competed in another tournament series, the Well Played League, WPL. Do you think that you'll be able to take any lessons from that league into the finals here now at the World Championship Qualifier?
前に WPL リーグでやってたんですけれども、このリーグの経験がこっちに影響しますか？影響もらえますか？
そうですね。なんか同じ環境でそういう日本でやってたので、なんか緊張っていうのがなかったので、その分リラックスしてできたのがでかかったのかなと思います。
So obviously, I played the same kind of environment back in Japan, so I was quite used to what we have here, which made me perform more relaxed and better altogether.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks very much, Aaron. We're going to head over now to the Telestrator, where our Chief Analytics Officer, iTzu, is going to break down. Are you going to go after that 3-star attack, iTzu?
Of course, we go for the 3-star. We have to go, and this is going to be a Pekka smash, and it's all about, once again, the pathing. It's so important in Clash of Clans to get your troops where you want to have them go, and he's having two big groups of funneling. The first one is the king on the right side, and then he has a bowler and a wizard at the upper side of the base. And always remind you, those two hogs will come in and do a pretty important job. But as soon as that's going to happen, I will point that out again. So what he's doing, he's starting with the screen, trying to take out the enemy king. One thing what I want to point out as well is he's using the Pekkas really early to try to avoid using a rage spell to get your queen through the enemy king, because normally that's what you have to do. And look at the hogs. Look, take them out the air defense, and with this you can see the pathing into the base. There's no building which is luring his troops on the upper side of the space, which means everything is going right into the core, and really, really nicely done. He has a lot of spells left to get them through the core of the space, try to take out as many Inferno Towers as possible. Still has the Slammer left on his hand, still can deploy it. Another rage jump spell on the back end of the space. Maybe a heal spell would have been better to keep his bowlers and his Pekkas alive through 2 multi-Inferno Towers, but in the end, I think he knew it better and took the jump, tripled the base, the Slammer is coming in and taking all of those defenses at the top. He still has 2 haste spells left to make sure that all of the loons are getting into the base, this group onto the cannon, and the big group coming from Inferno Tower to Inferno Tower, and meanwhile his queen is doing the cleanup job. With this, in the end, the loons are taking out the last Inferno Tower, and his queen can reach the rest of the buildings, and this means it's going to be 3-star deciding the match, and I'm looking forward to the next semi-final, and let's see who's winning over there.
Thanks, iTzu. Hammer Slammer leading them to a 3-star attack, and we saw how important that is. With all of that, we actually finished one side of our playoff bracket. Time for the next one.
Yep, single elimination, so you can see GS advancing to the final. King's going to play for that third place match.
And it's going to be so exciting. I think that we have all been looking forward to Vatang versus OneHive. OneHive has the best defense, it seems. Vatang had one of the most potent offenses in this entire thing, so this really is a duel between offense and defense.
Get ready to get your mind blown once again with more incredible attacks. It's time for semifinal 2. OneHive taking on top seed Vatang. That's semi-final 2 of today, and there's still one spot in our playoff finals that we can give out to these guys.
And one of the best players that we saw from the rounds, we have Raze with OneHive at 92 overall total destruction points.
Yes, but Vatang, the pride of South Korea, absolutely ready to put an exclamation point on their qualifier earlier. They are ready to go, but so is Raze. He's got a 92% average destruction, and again has put up 2 3-stars already, Klaus.
Can't forget Younghun, though, 90.3%. Again, if over 3 attacks, if you're averaging 90%, then you are definitely somebody that we need to be watching very, very closely.
Well, then we also have to watch PSH, who also has a 90% attack average.
Big hitters on both lineups, it seems, and we talked about that before the show. This time it's so close. There's no clear favorite going into all of this. Makes it even more exciting.
I cannot wait. I don't know what was more anticipated, that first match or this match. I really feel like that OneHive being representing multiple countries, US, Canada, UK, and I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Who will face GS in the playoff finals? It's time for semifinal number 2, OneHive versus Vatang.
And it's going to be an epic match for sure. The second match of the single elimination tournament. I mean, all you have to do is say, wow, the first war coming down to the very last hit points of an Inferno Tower. If the balloons hadn't taken those out, it would have went very, very differently. So you have to imagine that knowing that winning and losing is right on the tip of the balance, you got to know that these guys are taking this extremely seriously.
Jimmy, OneHive, ready to go, representing the United States of America. And Jimmy, he's been quoted as saying he sees bases differently than anybody else. He is known as an expert in OneHive as discovering weaknesses in others' bases.
And that's a huge, valuable attribute to have, especially in Clash of Clans, especially in war, because it all comes down to whether or not you can see those bases. You can't throw the exact same attack strategy at every single base. That doesn't work. You got to be able to see the weaknesses, and if that's his talent, then we're about to see it come to fruition here today.
Well, I can't wait to see an unusual attack composition with 6 Electro Dragons, 16 balloons, clone spell, so we should see some Electro in action. Likely going to see at least one more Electro Dragon on the field out of that Stone Slammer, and then the clone spell. Man, everybody moving in together, Klaus. Again, very unusual. Watch the freezable sweeper next to the Eagle as well.
That's right. There's a lot of value for a freeze spell right there. I heard a lot of players talk about freeze value with Electro Dragons. There's not a lot of bases that allow for that, but this one obviously does. So we're going to probably see a freeze here pretty soon, but the Rage spell, getting all these troops through the intro of this base, taking out that Town Hall is definitely key right now.
You have the balloons moving in, taking out the sweeper, the defending Archer Queen, Eagle Artillery both still up, but watch for the Chain Lightning, going to take out the defensive Dragon. There is your freeze spell. That made sure the Archer Queen went down. These Electro Dragons now finally on top of that Eagle Artillery, and it looks like finally now the clone spell just now dropped right there, Klaus.
Now, an unfortunate or interesting heal spell on a cloned Electro Dragon over there in the middle. You gotta imagine, I would expect to see more rages and heals. You don't normally see a lot of heals on larger troops. But hey, he got in, he got that 2-star, but it appears with all those really high air targeting defenses over like an air defense, 2 expos, etc. We're pretty far away from a 3-star here.
Yeah, I'm guessing we'll see 80% at least, or well over 80%. But again, you have Inferno Tower, a couple of Wizard Towers, 2 expos, an air defense. Really going to be an extreme long shot for 3 stars. But again, a solid attack, great way to start off. And remember, this first player out here breaking the ice for the entire war. It is a tough position to be in, no matter who you are.
The average total destruction for defense for Vatang was just under 75% going forward. So Jimmy's already passed that. He's shown a superior attack, but not the 3-star that he was wanting, but still, he has done his clan some justice because they are able to continue on with this competition fairly.
Yeah, watch for that chain lightning. Oh, both of the Electro Dragons down at the same time. Now it's up to a couple cleanup troops to try to find a building that's not protected by defenses. I don't think that's going to happen. On the left-hand side, the air defense keeps the minion off the barracks, and we end at an 84% 2-star for Jimmy.
And you know, again, we keep saying this. That's an amazing percent. I mean, really just look at that, the perspective. 84% of the base wiped out on a max Town Hall 12 with max Town Hall 12 troops and heroes. But the stakes are high. That's an understatement, right?
They don't get any higher.
It all comes down to this moment. And you know that he's not particularly happy with a 2-star of any kind.
Well, we know that Vatang is going to be dropping 3 stars if they can, and PSH, he has a triple, and again, we talked about him having a 90% attack average, Klaus. Every one of these players has the potential to triple at any moment, and again, getting another fresh look at a OneHive base. Remember, going into today, OneHive has not been tripled at all. Nobody has been able to 3-star a OneHive base yet.
Essentially, again, that wonderful story of offense versus defense. Who's going to be able to pull it off, the superior offense or defense? And again, this base, none of these bases have been 3-starred yet, so that's a really high order for Vatang to be able to pull off.
Certainly, but you've got a mass Hog Rider attack, 47 Hogs I saw, and here they all come in on the right-hand side. So many Hog Riders. This is part of a new meta. You see this mass Hog attack. The heroes, like Klaus is saying, just charging in, no healers needed. The Hog Riders now assigned to wipe out the remainder of this base.
And a great freeze there, covering the Queen and that clan castle. That is a dragon in the middle there, so that is a huge problem for Hogs because that poison spell will not be able to take it out. Now he does have that second poison spell, so that's very good because if you stack those poisons, then that dragon should eventually go down. But with the Hog Riders staying under heal, they're moving through this base very, very nicely right now. With only one more heal spell though, I'm just not sure there's enough to go on. I mean, look at this here with that Stone Slammer actually leading into this Town Hall. Look at that dragon still alive. That is going to be a problem. He didn't get that the dragon down with that second poison spell, but at least this Town Hall will go down from the Stone Slammer.
Yeah, the Stone Slammer working away on the Town Hall finally grabs that second star at 67%. And of course, more Hog Riders, an immediate heal spell right there to try to keep those Hogs up. You can see the skeletons, and that is an extremely deadly defensive clan castle troop. It's almost as if Level 8 Pidgey from OneHive knew something like this was coming. To drop a dragon in a clan castle when you're used to seeing Lava Hounds, that is an amazing play by OneHive, and they defend. They hold only a 71% from Vatang.
That were the first attacks of our teams. Jimmy brought a thunderstorm, 84% for OneHive, and over on the side of Vatang was 71, which still means no one tripled OneHive so far at all.
And that's the story I think we're going to be telling. If no one 3-stars OneHive in this war either, then I think that sets them up as an elite defender, and that is huge. We keep banging it home. You've got to have excellent attackers, good instincts, perfect spell placement, and obviously some funneling. Well, actually perfect funneling, but your base designs are really the backbone of winning these wars.
All right, so we talked about it being a team of 5, and all players have to perform on offense and defense, but if there's been an outstanding player, one that's risen above the rest, OneHive's Raze has a 92% overall average damage, which is significantly higher than all of his clanmates right now. He is performing to the utmost, so you know that they're counting on him to try to drop the 3-star right here. We've seen 2 triples from Raze already this weekend.
Man, this Queen is taking on so much damage. She's going to soak up a second rage spell now, but she was taking on Teslas, X-Bows, and all the works. This was a very tough start for this Queen Walk, but at least now she's going to be able to start up here, get through the beginning where she's dealing with a very large amount of defenses and now kind of coast along as this wall record leads the way toward the Town Hall.
And I absolutely envy the way Raze looks completely relaxed and calm right now. That is not me when I attack like this, especially in a clan war battle where you only have that one attack. There is the poison. Archer Queen going to work on the Lava Hound, and now the Town Hall is activated. Freeze right there from an Ice Golem. You can tell by the radius. Look at it freeze. So many defenses in the area, Klaus.
That definitely came in the clutch. It froze that Town Hall. The Clan Castle troops, which is the Ice Golem and the Pekka, managed to take it out and get that one star. Now he's set up to take out that 50% and the 2-star. But again, we're seeing Hogs again.
I love
Hogs
it.
Making a resurgence here, Galadon.
I absolutely love it. Level 9 Hog Riders coming in. And again, you watch, they weren't all dropped in the exact same spot. Notice there's more Hogs that are moving in. And watch as you know, Raze has planned this down to the tile. Every single Hog Rider has an individual assignment. Now they group up together under that heal spell. That is a beautiful placement as they converge. Watch the last of the Hogs move in after the Archer Tower and the Mortar, and then they will go join the rest of the Hog Riders in the core.
The timing of those final Hogs was amazing as well, taking out those exterior defenses so that the rest, the larger group, can stay together. This attack is looking beautiful right now. He's still got one more heal spell.
There it
plays
is.
it right down there, and the Queen, still alive, has access into the rest of this base. This is looking like an amazing attack for
Queen
Raze.
is at full health, working on the wall. The last threat is that multi-target Inferno. It is easily out of here. There it is. Raze knows he's got it. An easy 1-star. Tons of time left. Absolute beautiful attack right here. Raze living up to everybody's expectations, dropping a crushing overkill 3-star on Young Hung from Vatang. This is incredible. These Hog Riders not stopped. Look at the number of troops left, Klaus.
And that was an overwhelming 3-star where Raze managed to get his third 3-star of this event and absolutely crushed the spirits of the opponent when he is going to be setting his clan ahead right now. They have a definite advantage moving forward, but can't forget there are still 4 attacks left for Vatang.
That is a monstrous step in the right direction for OneHive. Vatang may be favored today to be the clan that wins it all, and now OneHive, having put a nail in the coffin, gotta remember, not only do they have the 3-star, they've never been 3-starred, and now Vatang really needs that 3-star revenge right here.
Let's see if the reputation holds up. The statistics prove whether or not OneHive has that superior defense. And Young Hun looking right now at Raze's base. If you want to check out the top left-hand side of your screen, that is Raze's base here. And let's see if he defends as well as he attacks.
Exactly, because that is half the battle, Klaus. We remember we're talking about how much OneHive puts work, and even in the interviews, they did mention having spent so much time working on these bases, coming up with new innovations, ways to trap, ways to trick, mislead opponents and attackers. We'll see if that works out right here.
Wow, look at the amazing placement of that rage spell. Barely gets the healers. If he had missed the healers, then this attack would have already gone awry, but he gets it just in perfect space. He deploys those Hogs to be able to pull out the Clan Castle. And look at that. Archers, nothing but archers.
There are so many archers. There is your poison spell, gonna wipe them out quickly. Archer Queen taking so much damage. Look at the nerves of steel. Young Hun waits till the last possible moment, and then the giant bomb immediately eradicates every single archer.
Wow, so the rest of this Clan Castle pulls out all archers and then a baby dragon. They're definitely playing some mind game, because remember, going forward, yesterday and the day before, majority of defending Clan Castles had just the Lava Hound.
And I'm hearing applause from the OneHive side. They know they have absolutely confounded their attackers. And right here, it's not just base design. It's like you said, Klaus. It is Clan Castle troops. We saw earlier there was a dragon that came out. Now we see a baby dragon and mass archers. When I have to say, I'm pretty sure that all day Friday, all day Saturday, all we saw was Lava Hounds. This is OneHive giving folks at home a lesson. If you know what to expect, if you want to throw your attacker off, the meta absolutely is Lava Hounds. And right here, we've seen dragons, we've seen baby dragons. Who knows what else is to come? Wall breakers, goblins?
Well, you know, the element of surprise is definitely an advantage. And right now, I think Young Hun was caught off guard by that defending Clan Castle. Things didn't go quite his way with that Queen Walk, and now she's gone. The balloons are coming in now hot. He's going to be able to get this Town Hall, I believe. That sweeper does give me some concerns. But with that Warden hanging around, with that Warden's ability about to protect them from going down, that's going to be the 1-star. But total destruction seems to be a bit of an issue here.
Oh, you're right, Klaus. Wow, we're just barely going to encroach on 50% right now, and that's going to be tough. Now, Rays, of course, designed this base to prevent the 3-star, but when they see something like this, a lower percent 2-star, this is an absolute reason to celebrate. This is brilliant, and Rays, he is 100% the MVP for his clan right now, not only with the best attack, but right now it stands to be the best defense by far.
You say by far, I mean by like 20% as compared to the previous round. I mean, that is amazing right now. With that Eagle Artillery firing down on Alice the Archer, unfortunately. That is a 52% 2-star for Younghun.
That is shocking. A 90% average destruction coming in and a 52 against that base.
This round, more or less a setback for the Vatang. Rays managed with his queen. A Hawk Rider attack leading to 3 stars for them and really showing that they got ice-cold attacks and also solid defense, with Younghun having no chance going up against them and trying to get the first 3-star against OneHive.
Level 8 Pidgey has a chance to push the lead even further right now. And Level 8 Pidgey has gotten a 3-star in studio in a previous day, so that's definitely not outside the realm of possibility that the lead could be pushed from 1-star to potentially 2 or more.
Klaus, I've got 3 words for you right now. Momentum. Momentum, that's exactly what OneHive has right now. Okay, fine, it's 1 word, but I was drawing it out because Level Pidgey is ready. OneHive has a huge advantage right here. The 3-star followed by a 52% defense. You know these guys have to be feeling good right here. Although Vatang is a clan that can never be counted out, absolutely. Level 8 Pidgey looking to put up a 3-star absolute. Did I just say absolutely twice?
Yes, you did, but it's okay, because this is the type of war where we get to repeat ourselves in absolute excitement. Again, Vatang, not a clan to be counted out. They have proven by being completely dominant in their round in the playoffs here so far. You can see that they're going to be bringing out their very best attacks, and with 7 bat spells,
Just noticing
oh my goodness,
7.
You know that he has some big plans for that bat spell.
He's got big plans for that bat spell group right there. 7 and 4 freeze spells taking up almost all of the room in his spell slots. So watch for them to move in here. Again, he's got, look at the variety of troops left, Klaus, right now. He's got minions, balloons, goblins, giants, and archers.
A very large variety indeed, and I'm thinking he's probably going to be delaying the Stone Slammer to secure that Town Hall, but there's that Bat Bomb over there on the right-hand side, a delayed freeze spell actually to take out those defenses up there.
Klaus, the first freeze unfortunately missed the Wizard Tower, and he had to drop a second freeze, so now he's done with his freeze spells. Every freeze drop, that means the bats are going to get wiped out up at the top by that Wizard Tower and the multi-target Inferno quickly. See how many bats were right there and how quickly they become nothing. Now the Archer Queen, it looks like she got to that internal Inferno Tower, and now finally the Slammer is going to grab that 2nd star.
Unfortunate for the Queen, she's not going to make it, but at least that Stone Slammer secures that 2-star there for OneHive. But this is kind of a response. You know, maybe they got a little comfortable, but with Younghun hitting 52% and now Level 8 Pidgey, it looks like this may be in the 50s as well. So not doing his clan a lot of justice, but at least it's above that 52 mark.
Watch the Giant right there tanking for the Goblin. The Giant moves in after the Archer Tower as the Goblin makes quick work of that gold mine. Oh, not quite. The Giant didn't last long enough. And you're right, Klaus. It looks like we're going to see 58% for a number right here. So surprising. But again, maybe Vatang has an opportunity to switch the momentum back into their favor.
We keep talking about defense, right? And we're like, OneHive, OneHive, OneHive. They've never been tripled, but hey, all of these clans have amazing defense, and this proved it. I mean, I felt like the attack was going perfectly up to the moment where the bats just didn't quite get it done, but there we go with unfortunate Alice. I'm sorry. But hey, you got another percentage. You did great. Alice the Archer was securing 58%.
So a 58% 2-star from OneHive right there, the lowest percentage they've seen today. But again, it was 2 stars, and that's going to be absolutely critical because they've had that 3 so far. And because of the difficulty of these bases, the difference between 99 and 100% is absolutely massive. That is going to be something that could make the difference all the way throughout the day here. And OneHive right now having that advantage given to them by Rays. It is up to Vatang, and it looks like it's going to be Caudron, the leader of Vatang, to come and try to even the score.
His clan is in a rut right now. They have dug themselves a hole, and he, as the leader, is going to lead out of that hole. He is going to try to get his 3-star. He's gotten one before. He is capable. We've seen it So let's see if he's able to get it done here against Pumpa. Again, a OneHive base, very difficult at 3-star, as we've noticed. But this one is another Laloon attack with, it looks like another skeleton trap or spell. Skeleton spell.
Yep, so let's watch for that one skeleton spell. Laloon starting things off. There's your Pekka Barbarian King as players are working towards that with their gold passes this season for certain. Right here, the bowler at the bottom working, bouncing on, taking out the mortar before the Dark Elixir right there. A beautiful use of a bowler's mechanic as the bowler and the wizard are helping to complete that funnel.
That was a beautiful funnel. The timing so far has been impeccable. No pun intended on the Pekka skin there, but really right now that Dark Elixir storage going down and forcing the troops to go in toward that town hall. Now he's wondering what is next. That queen deployed. All right, getting that archer tower out of the way. Dealing with the skeleton trap, no big deal. Nothing else is targeting her, but then she'll approach that town hall and secure that 1-star, which is absolutely clutch as their client is down right now. They cannot have a 1-star fail.
And notice what else is in the area. She got the archer tower. She's going to be assigned to take out the air defense. That's going to be an important building right there to get out of the way. The air defense next. Can she go get the Tesla as well? Beautiful move right there. Archer Queen getting great value right there, Klaus. That entire area is cleared out, and here comes Lalo.
She was smart enough to move right out of the way because, of course, that cannon can't see the balloons. But now the Lalo portion has been deployed. Look at the balloons circling around the space. 90 degrees of the space is now being just completely bombarded by balloons as they want to make sure to take out not only the main force, but the funnel force on the outside to keep all the balloons in the middle of the base.
There goes your skeleton spell being dropped right there in the middle, and the Archer Queen goes down. Well, she's still up for the moment. You hear the Warden's ability is active as well, trying to distract and stop that Archer Queen. Everybody working together. You got some lava pups there as well.
That Queen jumped over the wall. You can see the little skeletons trying to go through the wall to get to her. She hopped the wall, and that saved her life. But the pups take her out anyway, saying, "Nuh-uh, you're not getting away from my little friends." And this Lalo attack is looking very good for Vatang right now.
No spells left, moving out through the outside now. Over a minute remaining, lots of balloons, and no splash damage to speak of. There's a lot of buildings, but Kadron is signaling victory right here. He is working his way through, and we've got maybe one defense left. Lots of buildings, but plenty of time. 50 seconds for 20% right now. Lots of cleanup troops on the outside. The balloons are now cleaning up as well, Klaus. This looks like this could be a triple for Vatang.
And this ties it up, and that's absolutely what they needed. That is going to put it at 7-7 with 2 attacks remaining, and now it's up to the next attackers. I mean, there's no secure win for either one of the clans. Like the first round, the 1-3-star, that was all that it took. But this time, Vatang is responding and preventing OneHive from taking it away.
The first to decode a OneHive base takes it down.
What an impressive performance here by Vatang. They had the chance to climb back into this war, and so they did. Bad bats on the side of OneHive not really gave them a chance to build a proper lead, and now they're facing it. The first clan to triple them. Now the semifinal is really on fire.
This is amazing. This is so exciting to watch Vatang to come back like that. You saw that there was indeed momentum on OneHive's side. You have to agree there's momentum right now on Vatang's side. After OneHive puts up the 58, Vatang comes back and drops a 3-star. So now it's up to Pumpa to try to switch the ball into OneHive's court again.
Well, I don't know about you, but you know, when that levy breaks, I start hoping that more 3-stars fall in, and that's what we're hoping to see right now. Pumpa hitting Lanzlotta from Vatang. That defense has been absolutely clutch for both clans today, but 3-stars have still taken place. We need more. We want more 3-stars.
Well, you know, see the score on the right-hand side. 3 attacks completed, 7 stars each, so Pumpa trying to drop in that triple right here. He has a 76% average destruction so far going into today, and it looks like you've got twin ice golems from that siege machine.
And those twin ice golems will be clutch, keeping the defenses frozen, keeping, now those pups will actually freeze here in a moment too, so that will help the Queen make it through the rest of this base. You can tell because it gave a lot of value to this Queen Walk that there was a lot of objectives that he was hoping that she would be able to get done.
Check out the range of that freeze on the Ice Golem class. It reached all the way out and froze the Inferno Tower. That is a massive range, and that is why Ice Golems are so strong, specifically on offense in today's meta.
That's right, and that Queen steps up and takes out both of the sweepers. Generally, that's super significant, but this is a minor attack. We've got 19 miners making their way into this attack here shortly. first, we have to get a solid funnel from that king.
And there it is, the funnel completed by the king. And notice how he draws the fire of the mortar and that archer tower as the miners are going to move in. The archer queen merges with them. Everybody kind of together right here and headed directly for the town hall. Looking good right now, Klaus.
Those miners now falling in toward that town hall. Both heroes are there as well. A nice freeze getting both of those heroes. The actual healers are keeping those miners healthy as well. So this is kind of the tipping point in this attack. If those miners can take out that town hall and the heroes, then they're going to be able to heal on through this base.
And that wizard tower on the left had just about 1 hit point, lasted way too long for Pumpa's taste. And now the town hall not going down yet either. This is unfortunate as it's finally taking damage here. The heroes are moving on past it, but the town hall is still standing. The eagle raining down. It looks like it took all the miners out. Klaus, the town hall is going to survive.
Wow, you can hear the celebrations from Vatang right now as Pumpa fails to get that 2-star for his clan, and all he's got left is 2 archers, 2 goblins, and a minion. You're not going to be able to get the destruction on that town hall with any of those troops.
Unbelievable, the stall right there at the town hall, the ground skeleton. Sometimes the simple act of deciding how to set your skeleton traps makes the difference of an outcome. You saw that that Pumpa was forced to use the Warden ability, forced to use repeated free spells right there, just trying to get the miners through that town hall.
Wow, so you're talking about momentum. That is a total switch. You were saying that momentum was in the hands of Vatang. I was thinking, nah, they're even now, but no, definitely now. Vatang is feeling good, and all they have to do is come in and compete and do what they do in order to secure this win.
77% 1-star. That's a heartbreaker right there for OneHive. Going to be tough right now. They've got 1 attack remaining.
You know, with Vatang actually about to attack, this is where it comes in. If they're able to secure another 3-star, then, you know, numerically speaking, this is really rough. But again, we talked about this yesterday. Those ground skeleton traps or air skeleton traps, I mean, they're so they're not really, we don't appreciate them enough.
Exactly.
They are amazing on defense.
Yeah, never underestimate those invisible things that you can switch around on a base. That's why we talk about even players that may use an internet base, they use a base that somebody else has used. Just the simple action of switching around the locations of things like bombs, traps, mines, and Teslas can completely alter the way a base defends.
And speaking of defense, we're going to be seeing Jimmy here defending, Lancelot attacking, and 33 Hog Riders in this attack. Now, you know, I don't know about you, Galadon, but I have recently tried this attack strategy, and it didn't go very well. So it takes a lot of guts to use an attack strategy that takes a lot of thought, but these guys are so good at what they do.
This is definitely one of my favorite attacks to try. Queen Charge, Hog Rider. You'll notice we've got an Earthquake spell. So likely that means that you're going to see the Hog Riders charge in near the top of the base after that Town Hall. Oftentimes, you'll see the kill squad trying to get in to take out the Town Hall. That's not the case here. Lancelot is going to use that Earthquake to wake up the Town Hall and make sure that the Hog Riders go right after it. That makes this Queen Charge Hog Rider much safer than maybe a standard because he's almost guaranteeing there's going to be 2 stars here.
And that's what his clan needs to do. I mean, Vatang, they need to pull down a couple 2 stars to secure the win. I would say they're definitely going for 3 stars, though, to make it just even that much more secure. Queen is actually stepping up, getting the baby dragon first. That's huge, because now all she has to do is deal with that ice or that lava hound. But we have an air defense in the middle that's ruining things.
The air defense took out every last healer, and now the Lava Hound, victorious against the Queen, is going to move on and try to hunt other units down. And again, here come the Hog Riders from 11 and 1 o'clock, along with the Warden. Watch at 38%. We're absolutely going to need the Earthquake spell. There it is. The Town Hall wakes up and gets put to sleep and goes down. Warden ability protects every Hog Rider as they move out.
You know, there was a very clutch moment actually where we realized, hey, that Lava Hound's not going to pop. He used his Queen's ability early, so now you have that Lava Hound following the troops around. See it up there on the left-hand side of the attack. That's not a big deal. That Hound puts out about 9 DPS. No big deal.
It's not a lot, and that's so much better than watching all those pups chasing units down right now with not a lot to defend from the ground. You've got a wizard, a couple of wizards. You have, of course, the Warden. The defending Archer Queen is still up in the core, though, Klaus.
Jimmy's base defends another 50-something% 2-star. That is actually very impressive, but Lancelot only really needed to get that 2-star. So things looking still pretty good for Vatang.
What a devastating turn of events for OneHive. They started so well into this war, leading with a 3-star. They had great base defense. But this round, really hurt them a lot. Pumpa just 77% 1-star, and even with Vatang not really delivering high percentage, it was enough to not put them in the lead.
Yep, so Tricky now, the leader of OneHive, coming back. He's also their war general. So again, the cleanup hitter, the guy they're counting on in the end, and there really couldn't be any more pressure on Tricky. It is this attack, all or nothing right here.
And he's going to be coming in this attack with, look at that, 10 witches, 7 bat spells. What he's hoping to do is just completely overwhelm this base with small troops. It's going to be a fun one to watch. And again, I don't want to overstate this. Tricky must 3-star in this attack. Otherwise, his clan is going to deeply struggle to move on.
I just have to say, I'm going to go ahead and go with the 300 IQ caster prediction. Goblins in the defending clan castle. I called it. There they are. Cauldron from Vatang put goblins in his defending clan castle. But Tricky from OneHive, I've covered this before. OneHive is absolutely known probably throughout the world for their masterful use of bat spells. So watch as this bat slap with 10 witches moves in. It is going to be a high percentage and a high likelihood of a 3-star.
Wow, so with Tricky going to be overwhelming this base. And the 300 IQ move with the goblins in the core in the clan castle. You're talking about a variety of clan castle defending troops and attack strategies and stuff today. It's been really, really fun to watch. And Tricky, the pressure is on right now for him to keep his clan alive. He's got a triple, but if anybody can do it, it's going to be him.
And here come those bat spells headed after that multi-target Inferno gets frozen, and great use of the free spell stops the Expo as well. Bats are moving in. They're going to continue through these defenses, but that far Inferno Tower, beautiful again. Look at it stop both of those defenses, the Wizard Tower and the Inferno Tower. Another one stacks right on top, perfectly timed. Make sure it stays frozen, but it looks like it is going to thaw out, and unfortunately the defending Archer Queen is also going to cause a lot of problems.
So the troops fall in toward that town hall. The bats don't get the value that Tricky was hoping for, and you know, pun intended, bats are tricky to use. They really are. I mean, we've seen a lot where when used correctly, they completely waylay a base. I mean, this is not even funny. It's beautiful, but it's not even funny. But when it goes wrong, it goes wrong more often than not, it seems.
That's true. It all comes down to that splash defense and of course, the multi-target Inferno. Those can quickly put an end to a bat attack. Tricky right here, though, looks like he is going to not have any problems grabbing the 2-star. But again, he desperately needed that triple, and it's going to stop short.
That's right. So we're in the same situation we were in for round 1, but don't forget, this is only 2 wars. We're about to have the bronze match, and then we have the final war, best 2 out of 3. There's so much action. There's so much Clash of Clans content coming up right now for the playoffs of May. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. Tricky here, securing a 2-star, giving his clan 10 stars. Vatang having 9 with 1 more attack. As long as Vatang secures that 2-star, then that puts them in the same position as GS in the finals.
Yep, so Tricky crossing 70% right here, trying to grab a couple more percentage points. Again, it's been a back and forth battle between OneHive and Vatang today. The momentum has absolutely traded hands. We've seen 3-stars on both sides. Vatang putting up the first ever 3-star against OneHive, and there's the end of the attack, 71%.
Incredible. So this is where it all comes down to. It's, again, 1 attack left in this war. Many, many wars to come, so don't go anywhere. The wars are just getting started. This was just going to figure out who is going to be in the last of this stream, but this action has been just absolutely incredible, and I can't even begin to imagine what we're about to see.
Well, Cinnabro is about to try to drop a 3-star to really ice this right here. 2 stars will guarantee them the victory, but Cinnabro, who has 3-starred earlier, has an 88% destruction average, and when asked what his assignment is in wars, and I quote, brutally destroy the base assigned.
You gotta love that confidence, man, and I guess that's his plan for this base too. Not only is he going to go for that secure 2-star to win the war, but he's also going to brutally destroy the base that he's been assigned and take the win with that 3-star. You know that's what he's aiming for, and he's got a Queen Walk Laloon attack here. This one we've seen have a lot of success in the past.
Yep, and this is leader versus leader. Cenebro leading Vatang against Tricky leading OneHive. In comes the Archer Queen. Look at that Stone Slammer opening up 2 layers of walls at the same time. Suddenly the Archer Queen has access nearly all the way into the core. She's going to activate that defensive clan castle. She's going to be working on defenses. All sorts of balloons right there. They're going to help out and try to get the Eagle down early.
Wow, that Eagle actually does take a lot of damage right now. Unfortunately, the Queen has to deal with that defending clan castle at Lava Hound. A terrible time waster, but once that does go down, and that look at that little minion coming in from the right-hand side. Thank you, Marjorie. You're amazing.
I mean, that was a beautiful combination. You see that poison spell go down before the Lava Hound expired, then the rage spell, then the minion to come in and help out. That is textbook how you defeat a defending Lava Hound out of a clan castle.
But this is not good for the healers. They're soaking up in air defense right now. He drops a rage spell to get the Queen through, and hopefully she'll turn back around and get this air defense. Actually, I was about to say, I think we just got lucky, but unfortunately, she's not going to take to this jump spell, so that Town Hall is still, it's still up.
Well, once she gets her mindset on a building like that, it's going to be difficult. And sure enough, the jump spell, she doesn't even see it. She's ignoring it. She sees this wall. She sees the buildings on the outside. And that means we're stuck right now at about 31%. The Archer Queen, without her healers, doesn't have a lot left, and she's going to get done. Cenebro, no doubt, all eyes on that Town Hall. Again, 2 stars is what he absolutely needs to advance Vatang to the finals today.
And notice right now, he's being patient. He's waiting for that Queen to continue taking out buildings, accumulate as much percentage as he can so that his balloons will target that Town Hall right off, because otherwise the pathing gets all thrown off.
Great point, Klaus. 45% damage. Now watch for about 5 more buildings to go down on their way in here for the balloons. No earthquake spell, so he absolutely has to count on getting the percentage. Watch for it to cross 50%. Hopefully, his plan is, there it is, it's activated, and in come the loons right over that Town Hall.
And that was a little bit lucky. I mean, I think a Lava Pup decided to try to take it on. So that was great. Now with the Warden's ability, there goes the Town Hall right there. There it is. All right. And that secures the 2-star and the win for Vatang. Moving to the finals. That was about as close as it gets for Galadon.
It did not get far past, and you know, the Vatang guys have been pretty vocal over there. They were dead quiet up until the moment that Town Hall went down. 64% 2-star, and that indeed is going to be enough to advance Vatang.
They had to hold the breath until the very last second, but it's Vatang taking down OneHive, grabbing another spot here in the playoffs finals, facing GS on the way to the big stage, onto Clash of Clans World Championship in October. What an incredible performance, a 3-star finally against OneHive.
This has been a roller coaster ride. Again, the first win was over just one little drop from a balloon on an Inferno. This time, again, troops dropping bombs, but this time on that Town Hall, and it almost didn't happen. That was heartbreaking until it actually happened.
That sweeper, almost the MVP there. Watch the setup. You see those twin air defenses, the Archer Queen and that sweeper trying to keep those balloons off the Town Hall. Like Klaus pointed out, though, the lucky Lava Pup activated the Town Hall, and this was incredibly close. Imagine if that doesn't happen right there. It doesn't get closer than that.
It doesn't, and I'm sitting here with my face to the screen, and oh man, just as the sweeper is blowing those balloons, they do another fadeaway bucket at the end to win it for Vatang. It was way closer than I was expecting that time, but you know, that's what we signed up for when we're looking for the best clans in the world.
Until the second attack, until the end of the second attack, this actually looked like OneHive could have it in the backs. But Vatang come up on top, and I'm pretty sure that Woody will get some interesting answers.
Thanks very much, Rene. I'm here with Cauldron from Vatang, not only the leader, but the MVP from that last war. Cauldron, your team was behind. Raze, having picked up a 3-star against you, made it seem like Vatang might be out of it, but you turned it around in beautiful fashion with a 3-star hit. How did you do it?
Before the attack, I really tried hard about the friend challenge, and I practiced a lot, like in different base. But I tried to think that base I'm gonna attack. So even in this condition, I was really it's quite intense, but I could relax myself, I think. So the result was good, I think. Yeah.
Well done. You were a bit behind in average destruction percentage, but you won on stars. You've got a very difficult opponent next in GS, though, with a best of 3 match ahead of you. How do you think you're going to fare?
As I told you, we prepared a lot about our bases, so we are really confident about not giving them 3 stars. Yeah, so still confident, and maybe we can have a great war.
Well, you only got 3-starred once in this past war. Maybe your defenses can hold up once again. Congratulations on your victory here in the semifinals, and best of luck to you in the finals. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move back to the telestrator, where we've got our chief analyst once again, iTzu, to break down a 3-star strike.
Yeah, and in this qualifier we have so many Sui Lalo attacks, you call them, where you have your heroes trying to take out a certain part of the base, and after that you try to get your Lalo portion, which most of the time is together with like one slammer, a couple of hounds and a lot of loons, and just try to overpower the base. On this one you can pretty much split the base in like different parts. For example, this island with the town hall over here, and then you have like the rest of the base, this huge back part, and with this you can kind of split the base. He's trying to take out with his heroes the first part of this base, like this one over here, and then he's trying to take out the bigger part with this Lalo part. And that's pretty much the idea behind this attack. He's waiting with his queen, trying to warbreak her in, so she's taking out the most important defense on Tower 12, the Giga Tesla, the Town Hall, and as soon as that's done, he can start with his Lalo from the upper side. He's trying to take out the enemy queen with skeleton spell, which you can see over here. So the skeleton spell is in the current meta used kind of often in the Sui Lalo attacks, because you cannot take out the enemy queen with like pretty much nothing, so you need something, and there's like the skeleton spell, the best option you have, because for example bats do not target the queen, and so he's deciding to bring the skeleton spell to take her out. All of the Lalo part is coming in from the upper side, and he's trying to kind of have 2 groups. The first one on the right side, the second one on the left side, and the left one is pressing his first group into the core, into the eagle of the space, and you can see the skeleton spells got dropped onto the queen. She should go down, and with this is going to be an overkill, because he has still so many spells left, like the heal spell, rage spell over here as well, so many spells for this back end. Multi-Inferno Tower is going down, Wizard Tower is going down, and this means in the end, this is the deciding attack of this war. It's a triple. Well done, and you get back to Rene at the desk.
Thanks, iTzu, for delivering us that killing blow from Quadrant once again. And with that, we have our finalists, but we also have the ones that will actually head into the 3rd place match. So have a quick look once again at the bracket.
For the bronze match, we've got Kings and OneHive, but the final match coming after that, we got GS and Vatang. And guys, I think both of those matches are extremely even. And it's going to come down to, as it has been so far, the very last moment to figure out who's going to win it.
I cannot wait to see this. The Pride of Japan versus the Pride of South Korea. It's going to be an intense final.
I think both matches are worth a final, but only one can be the final. We all know that. That's actually how it works, but we're ready for the 3rd place match. Which team does recover faster? Will it be Kings or will it be OneHive? Both coming off a loss in their semifinals, but now it's the last war of the day.
MVP of this match will definitely still be Raze. I mean, overall highest total destruction with 94%.
And Kings, look at that consistency, all of them with such high damage percentage averages. An interesting dichotomy of clans facing off here for the bronze match.
Absolutely, and you can't forget Bernal on Kings. He's a standout, 89.5%. Remember that he had 2 3-stars in the previous round robin. He has shown that he's able to get it done, and maybe they'll be able to pull off the victory for his clan.
I'm waiting to see Ray's attack. Could he possibly put up 4 3-stars in one qualifier weekend? It has never been done. That right there would set a record in Clash history.
Let's see if Bernal can go back to be the big hitter for Kings, because it will be important for them in the 3rd place match. We're locked and loaded. It's Kings versus OneHive.
And again, the match of the century. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Again, I think that both of these clans are very even. They both ended up with 32 stars in their respective rounds. So there's a lot to look forward to here.
Yeah, but it looks like it's Heiji up first for Kings. Notice that some players are playing on larger devices like tablets, others on phones. Heiji choosing the phone right here. Me, I'm a tablet guy.
Oh, I'm a tablet guy too. I mean, you want to be able to see all the details, but you know, it depends on your lifestyle too. If you're always on the go, you can't always bring on this big giant tablet. So, you know, you can tell that Heiji is definitely on the go type of guy.
Well, to get the amount of practice that you need to get to qualify as one of the best players in the world, no doubt you want to be practicing anywhere you possibly can. And Heiji, the practice is over. Here is his last attack of the day versus Jimmy from OneHive.
91% total destruction is what he had last time, and that's huge because with only 9 or so more buildings, he could have gotten 3-star. You know that he was feeling it, just didn't quite happen for him. So let's see if he's able to pull off the triple here so that he can guarantee the win over OneHive.
Pekka, Bobat, I love the way it rolls off the tongue. We'll watch those bats roll off an edge of the base a little bit later. We'll see how that works out. 3 freeze spells, a pair of rage spells, and this entry looking solid so far, Klaus. In come the healers and pretty much everybody after the Town Hall.
All right, so I see that Clan Castle also popped that wall wrecker, and now the Town Hall is complete utter onslaught. That Grand Warden's ability popped just in time. That one was a little close for my taste.
It was super close, Klaus. Right at the last second, I feel like the Town Hall was already down, and Heiji waited just a split second later. And what that can sometimes do is allow the protection to last past and maybe help against Expos, Inferno Towers, or even an artillery strike.
Absolutely. You know, you gotta love it when your bowlers have their second bounce take out a key defense. I mean, anytime you can take out an air defense with the bowler bounce behind 2 walls, you know things are going your way. So that happened up there in the core, and now we got to be looking forward to the bats deployment.
Yeah, but you've got 5 wizard towers that waiting right here are going to be difficult to face with these bat spells, but watch for that freeze spell placement. The bats will be coming out shortly, and again, the freeze placement and timing absolutely critical. Here they come, heading close to the eagle, but they've got a lot to get through first.
You know, geometrically, I would expect him to maybe deploy those bats on the far left to start kind of with that wing, that wizard tower up there at the top of that bomb tower. But right now, I think he's trying to save the largest percentage that he possibly can. He doesn't get a freeze on that multi-inferno, and he still has his ice golem on the right-hand side. So I think the gas is done run out on this attack, but he still has a chance to gather a few more percentage points.
And now, a little late to the party, the Pekkas get into the core and wipe out the Eagle artillery. Would have liked to have seen that earlier. The same with that ice golem freezing on the outside there. No doubt was being saved for a little bit later in the attack to try to distract and again freeze to let the bats get further. But you'll notice right here as time is counting down, the last cleanup, there's still 4 wizard towers standing and a pair of Expos, 3 Expos, 2 Inferno towers, and a partridge in a pear tree.
There's a whole bunch of base left, unfortunately, and Heiji grabs a 65% 2-star for his clan starting off. Not a strong start. Again, the average total destruction moving into this war has been 75, and especially for the upper clans, it's a little bit higher than that, but coming in with a 65 is not what his clan wanted out of him.
No, and you'll watch as these units move out here after the Town Hall goes down. They really had nowhere else to go. There were no jump spells there, and we've been talking about this, the dead zones, kind of those little alleyways that were placed just on the other side, the south side of the Town Hall, Klaus. That kind of misdirected those troops away from the core. The Eagle stayed up. The attack was nowhere near 3 stars.
And here we go. We have our creative genius, Jimmy, getting ready to attack. He had 84% 2-star at the beginning of the last war. So let's see if he's able to top that and potentially get his 3-star to put his clan way ahead.
Yep, so again, we're looking at a similar attack that he brought before, the 6 Electro Dragons, Electrone, so we're likely going to see one more Electro Dragon inside that Stone Slammer. And I saw the first time Jimmy used this attack, they all kind of moved in together as a big wave.
And that's generally what you see with Electro Dragons. And it's interesting because they say he's this creative guy, sees weaknesses in the bases. And I mean, I see the weakness in this base. You see those 2 sweepers off on the left-hand side, those pointing off and not anywhere toward the Town Hall. I think it's wide open for a 2-star, but is it vulnerable for the 3?
Right, and that could be, again, some way of trying to troll an attacker. You've got this weird kind of placement. I mean, almost never would you see 2 sweepers like that right next to each other and right next to the Archer Queen, that multi-target Inferno. So again, these players are always focused primarily on stopping the 3. Tricking in a player into maybe possibly failing with a 1-star is secondary.
Absolutely. Now, right now, those Electro Dragons, balloons, trying to soak up Seeking Air Mines for their big blue brothers. We have right now a bunch of troops leading in, taking out that Town Hall in just a moment with that Warden. Oh, the Warden's going the wrong direction here.
The Town Hall's down, yes, and he's outside the range. You lost every balloon right there that was over the Town Hall. That's tough right there when you can't predict, you can't guide your Warden. Unfortunately, you can't set him a waypoint. He's going to go where he wants to go.
You know, I wish, and I bet everyone in this game wishes that you can just like tag a troop and the Warden sticks to it, but that's not how it works. The Warden sticks to the biggest group of troops, and although that looks like a clean line, that Warden decided that the top had a little bit of a heavier group, and unfortunately that caused the death of many, many balloons in this attack.
Yep, it's sometimes tough to predict once you've let them go where they're going to path, especially when you've got a big wave like that deployed in a line. And so the Warden just out of range, not able to help out those balloons, cost a big portion of this attack. But Jimmy's still putting up a solid number as he crosses 70%. He's got E-Dragons on the far left and the far right of this base.
Hey, he hit a 65% 2-star just a moment ago, so with Jimmy hitting what looks like maybe a 75% or higher here, that puts his clan in the lead right now with total destruction points and tied up with the stars 2-2.
Yep, time counting down, 35 seconds remain. He's just got a couple of cleanup troops left. He's going to let them get through that camp out there. The Archer, the Minion, they're not working together, Klaus. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like ground units and air units don't really get along.
I've noticed that. We've seen a lot of that with the healers. They seem to be a bit jealous of those air troops. It's like, I'm the only one that should be flying right now. What are you doing? So they don't lend any help. But at least right now, they're gone, but they got each their building, so they both succeeded in their task.
Oh, and that was a big mortar shot on that last Archer. 78% for Jimmy from OneHive.
First attacks for both teams done and dusted. All of them hunting for redemption. It seems like OneHive got the upper hand at least after the first attack. 75% is what we just saw. Heiji was on 65 on his side with help of some bowlers. So let's see how the second round will go for them.
Yep, those Electro Dragons moving in, and it kind of missed out on the clone spell. It was actually in there on that top left Inferno tower. Sometimes easy to miss when it's dropped like that. It's not really your traditional Electron where it's the siege machine delivering it in there, and then it's set, the clone is set just on that only Electro Dragon. This time we had 6 additional Electro Dragons, and now it's up to Satano to try to regain the lead here for Kings. Again, they are down 65% for their first 2-star, and OneHive's 78.
Satano has had a 73% 2-star attack today. He's going to have to do much better than that to put his clan in the lead, and even better if he can pull off a 3-star. That's what we're all looking for. So let's see if he's able to do that. He's got his Pekka smash here. Look at that, 8 wall breakers. I generally see 4, 5, maybe, but 8? I mean, he's got big plans for his wall breakers in this attack.
Yes, and he also has brought 6 different spells to the party, Klaus. Rage, Jump, Heal, Haste, Poison, Freeze. He is ready to go. And that Archer Queen moving in right here from the bottom. Watch as she paths, watch where she goes, and she's obviously going to join the main portion of this attack. But right now, she's going to have to shortly deal with the Lava Hound.
And that Lava Hound, as usual, is going to stall the party here. At least she gets through that Wizard Tower, so now she's only taking on a cannon and that multi-targeting Inferno beam over there, so she's going to be just fine on health. We're likely going to see a Rage spell and a Poison. There's the Poison. Any Rage for this Queen Walk? Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, with enough of the pups under Poison. Nope, there it is.
Good call, Klaus,
Nailed
because
it.
she was taking a massive amount of damage. Great caster call right there by Klaus. And now, unfortunately, though, the healers have wandered into the path of that multi-target Inferno. They're going to take some damage. Satano certainly hoping that the Archer Queen advances far enough. She needs to get a little bit further. Oh, Seeking Airmine got one of them down, but the rest of them are going to survive and move in, and they're after that Town Hall.
And there's that Rage spell to get those wall breakers through and into that Town Hall compartment. They don't make it through the third wall, but that doesn't matter because he was completely prepared with those that jump spell. Unfortunately, the healers have gone off on the wayside, leaving all the core group troops to fend for themselves, and that is detrimental to the potential of this attack. If you can get those bowlers under heal, then you're in good place.
And you've got a Bermuda Triangle of Inferno Towers right there. Finally, the Stone Slammer is going to come in after the one at the bottom. At the top, the Archer Queen got one, so now we're down to one. But that was a massive amount of damage rolling in, and you can see how quickly it cleared out the core completely.
And with
that 5 times fast.
Oh, I don't think I'm ever going to try that. You can handle that, Galadon, on your own. But with the Queen taking out the air defense at the very last second, I mean, these balloons, if we had a few more balloons, I'm sure every war attacker in the world has always thought that if only I had a few more balloons, then that attack could have been turned around. But hey, right now, he's tied up with his total destruction from the previous attack, 73, and he's got a little bit more potential. But with those two attacks combined, his previous attack was 65, and then this one, they will not have an average total destruction that's higher than OneHive's.
Yep, and on the bottom left, you saw those Teslas down there. You know, you call a group of dolphins a pod, a group of crows a murder. So is a group of Teslas called a farm? Is that like a technical term?
Well, even if it isn't, I say we say it is now.
Well, I guess. It's kind of been determined by the community. The Tesla farm making sure the 3-star doesn't happen, but a 76% 2-star, a solid number for Kings.
Man, so yes, now we got a simple 2-star battle here between Kings and OneHive. Again, some of the best clans in the world, but they've been bested. This is the bronze match to see which one of them can take 3rd place, and then we have the final match right after that. Best 2 out of 3. It's going to be an absolute beat down, and I cannot wait to see some of those amazing attacks and the best base designs on the planet.
Well, speaking of amazing attacks, we're about to watch Raze, who has the potential to set a world record right here, to create Clash history before our eyes. No player ever having dropped more than 3 3-stars in one of these qualifier weekends. Here we are in the May Qualifier. OneHive's Raze has dropped 3. I'm ready to see if he can bring number 4.
If he can break the record, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm sure he'll get featured on somebody's YouTube channel, Galadon Gaming. But right now, we have the attack starting up. Queen Walk leading into a minor attack, and of course he's got that wall record to deliver some epic clan castle.
Wow, look how early these miners came down, Klaus. We've got 2.5 minutes left in this attack. This is extremely unusual. I haven't seen an attack strategy like this, dropping miners this early in a long time, so we'll see how this works out as the wall record gets in right after that Town Hall. There's an early freeze, or a heal spell rather, and the Eagle Artillery far away right now.
I'm seeing an unfortunate situation here. That baby dragon, that hound, not a big deal, but that defending baby dragon in the clan castle is being very difficult for his troops. He's taking damage left and right. Fortunately, there is a split. The bigger group is off on the right-hand side. The smaller group is keeping the baby dragon busy, but that is a huge problem for this attack right now.
Yeah, but just one rage spell left, so no heals left on these miners. Are soaking up that last one. They finally get the Eagle Artillery down. And you're right, Klaus, again, tough to predict these clan castles on defense. I mean, you still have many choices. When you drop in a Lava Hound, you go all archers, you maybe drop 1 balloon. I've heard a lot of talk about leaving a balloon in there because it defends against things like Hog Riders and Miners. A baby dragon, even better. 10 troop space perfectly fits in there with a Lava Hound.
And you know, if this was one of those where it had just a hound and archers, then it wouldn't have been a big deal, right? It wouldn't have been a big deal. Those miners would have handled those archers no problem at all. But because there was that baby dragon, miners can't hit baby dragons or any other air troop for that matter. That is going to be a big problem. So Raze, unfortunately, finishes off with that 69% 2-star and does not make history getting the 4th 3-star.
Might not making history, but making sure that OneHive is still in the lead. That was Raze's attack. Couldn't live up to all the things that we actually gave them already as credits, but it is close. We're doing Kings and OneHive, and we're not even halfway through yet.
Nope, just 2 attacks on each side, 4 stars for each clan. Kings coming up next. Now it looks like Celino is going to be the next player to go for that 3-star, no doubt.
Going for the gold. He had the highest total destruction in the previous war with 95%. If anybody is upset about not 3-starring to keep his clan in the lead and move on to the finals here, it's him. And 5%, 5 buildings. Amazing. So right now you know that he's looking for some sort of redemption.
Good point, Klaus. He was far and above the best attacker, best performing attacker for Kings in their battle against GS. GS advancing to the final war that we will see immediately after this one. So stick around because that war, of course, is going to determine which clan advances to the World Championship Finals, facing professional esports clans like Queso and Tribe Gaming for their share of $1 million. But this war far from over as Selena from Kings dropping that Electron in the core.
And that Electron takes care of the enemy clan castle, but hasn't, well, actually took care of both of the sweepers too. That's kind of a huge thing because the rest of this attack is actually a lalo attack. So that is huge because now he can really go at this base from any angle he wants without having to worry about getting blown around.
Good point. Although all 4 of the air defenses are still up, not sure if that Electron got all of what Selena had hoped right there. You can see on the right-hand side the balloons moving in. Lots of defenses are even left over on the far right. So we're not seeing a true funnel where there's like a clear quadrant right now. You've got that Inferno Tower air defense and a Tesla that popped up on the far right.
That quadrant on the right-hand side, very close though. He may decide to just trickle a few balloons in with a haste and clean it up and then go hard at one side or the other. But right now, you're seeing a hero dive. They're diving in to take out possibly this Town Hall. So that's good. With those Town Hall pretty close to the outside, that makes securing that 1-star at least pretty simple, I would say.
Yep, the Archer Queen is going to easily take that Town Hall down, and now out comes the Lava Hound, so he uses the Archer Queen's ability to make sure she gets through the Town Hall before the Lava Hound shows up to distract things, and on the right-hand side, the rest of the Lalo attack has started.
There we go, with one haste, he does clear up the right-hand side, and now we're going to see the mass of balloons coming in from the very top. He secured that 1-star. Once the 50% comes in, that's a 2-star, but with all of those sweepers and everything cleared up, will he possibly be able to continue to push through and take the 3 here?
Check out all the cleanup troops at the top of the base, so you see that we're going to close in quickly on 3/4. We're only in the 60s now, but there's not a lot to stop anything from getting crushed at the top of the base. More loons coming in. There's a cleanup. There's one Tesla down there on the bottom right-hand side, Klaus. It needs to go down to that set of loons, and it does. But we are down to the final 20 seconds and under 80% damage so far.
Wow, but this attack looked really good. I mean, it looked good up to the very last moment, and then you reminded me of that clock. Even if all those defenses have been cleared, there's no way that he would have gotten it in time. So this is going to be another high percent 2-star, which is great because as you can see on the right-hand side, the average total destruction spread here is only about 1.2%. OneHive in the advantage, so this is huge for Kings.
It is so close, and an 84% 2-star for Seleno. A great number, their highest attack of the day by far.
And that'll make them feel a little better about themselves as they move forward. They want to keep the advantage. They want to stay on top. They want to grab that bronze medal. And then, of course, don't forget, yes, no, they're not going to go to the finals. That's unfortunate, but they still have 3 more chances. We're only 3 in and 3 more to go for the qualifiers, and they could potentially come back next time.
And we've certainly seen players and even clans repeat so far. Come back here more than once. We've seen multiple OneHive players here, and now level 8 Pidgey looking to upgrade right here. He's bringing, again, 6 Electro Dragons.
Then it'd be a level 9 Pidgey, and it wouldn't make any sense, would it? But either way, with that upgrade, he's starting off right now. It looks like he's going to actually use a Queen Walk with some Electro Dragons. You know, you don't see that too often, but that just must mean that when he saw this base, that particular attack strategy yelled out at him.
Exactly. You know, these players are analyzing these bases for possible weaknesses, for checking unusual attack strategies. And again, this is something that is clearly outside the standard meta right now at the top of the Champions War Leagues, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to be effective. You know that level 8 Pidgey is planning a 3-star assault on this base.
That's right, you absolutely know that. I mean, look at this right now. This is unfortunate. The Queen Walk, that kind of shows off for healers to the clan castle, so that's not good. That baby dragon is going to do a lot of damage to those healers. Unfortunately, or actually fortunately, they got a freeze on that baby dragon, keeping those healers alive, so that's good. And right now, that Stone Slammer leading in toward that Town Hall. The setup of this attack still looks good.
That was a critical move right there to keep some healers alive. It looks like there are 2 or 3 that are remaining. They're going to follow the Archer Queen around. All the dragons in on top of that Town Hall. It is going to get wiped out right here. And there's your Warden's ability. Going to help keep the loons, and you still have a Stone Slammer with health left.
Very nice freeze. I was about to point out that notice he's going directly at a sweeper. But remember, that's that freeze value. He could freeze 2 of those max expos and the sweeper. So he did that just one time, and now they're sitting pretty. They can ride along all the way through this base, no problem whatsoever. You just got to make sure that they stay under rage and stay on task, as unfortunately, they've missed both the Queen and the Eagle.
Yes, and the Queen, she's smart. She knows what defense to protect. Well, okay, she doesn't actually protect the defense, but she does appear to kind of be circling that Eagle artillery. She knows that she's going to do all she can to defend this base. Level 8 Pidgey with a nice attack, but 71%. And again, the Eagle artillery, it is going to be tough for any attack to complete a 3-star when you've got an Eagle up in the core.
That's right, and it was only a Queen walk, and then notice that 3rd Inferno Tower banging on this defense strike here. If you have a 3rd Inferno Tower still up with the Queen up, you're going to have a really hard time, especially if that 3rd Inferno is outside the range of that Queen walk. So unfortunate, but level 8 PG still pulls down a good percentage at 80%.
It will remain even between those two teams. OneHive in King. So far, no one really put the impression out there that they will take this easily. And I think we're far away from anyone taking a match here in the World Championship qualifier easily. So will it be Kings or OneHive? We still have to wait another 2 attacks for each team.
It feels like it's been a battle of defenses so far, Klaus. We haven't seen either team come anywhere near actually 90%. Celino put up an 84%. So now it is up to Bernal to try to change things and maybe put up some higher numbers.
And this is their top guy, their top dog, the only player of Kings so far to get a 3-star. That's including all the matchups that we've seen previous days. So if anybody's going to be putting their clan ahead, it seems like this is the guy. So let's see if he's able to pull it off. And he's bringing one of my personal favorites, Dragons.
Oh, I like it, but Dragons without bats. Usually today's bases are set up, you'll see Dragons in combination with bats. This time not at all. You've got 8 Dragons, so I can't wait to watch what happens here. 1 jump spell, and watch for the critical use of the wall breakers. 1 is down on the bottom left. Watch for the remaining 4 to move in and follow the same path the first one did. He kind of cleared the way, and now as the freeze spell makes sure, a couple of them tread over a spring trap, Klaus. How did the first one miss?
Wow,
there's just a slight deviance in their path.
Amazing. He didn't put the second group of wall breakers in the exact same spot. And of course, he had to run into that spring trap. So losing 2 wall breakers, he had to use his jump spell to get the Queen walk into the core. That is very unfortunate for him, but at least now his Queen is on task again.
And we've talked about this time and time again, how that 1 tile can make all of the difference in an attack, and there is it precisely what you saw. The wall breakers coming in from 1 tile difference, not triggering that first probing wall breaker, didn't trigger the spring trap.
If it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and that is what happened there. Unfortunate for Bernal having to force that jump spell, so now this Queen walk will have to go through a wall in a possibility of getting that Eagle. There's not even a, it's going to be really tough. She's going to have to decide to go in the wrong direction. Oh, looks like she will actually go in the right direction to potentially get that Eagle. Meanwhile, we got a whole sea of red flying beasts in heading toward that Town Hall.
Yes, and the Stone Slammer color coordinated as they go after that Town Hall for the 2nd star, 55% damage. There's the Warden's ability. That's going to keep those Dragons protected from the Giga Bomb. Archer Queen is indeed through the wall, but man, she's going to have a lot of walls to deal with on her way out of this core. She gets through the Clan Castle, and now, of course, she can reach the Eagle Artillery, but it's continuing to rain down on the big group of troops in the middle here, Klaus.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that Eagle went down so slow, and now the Queens can be stunted by the walls, but at least the Dragons and the Balloons have a few more targets to hit before they run out of hit points and are no longer being destroyed by the Eagle Artillery. So Queen has it all right now. There's only a few Dragons to go and a lot of base left. I'm not sure if this is going to be the triple that Bernal was looking for.
Yeah, not quite as planned. The Queen uses her ability. The healers are getting that Queen back up to health. She's in the green again, but she is up against it with 20 seconds left and a quarter of this base remaining. Bernal is going to be grabbing somewhere in the 75% range. There it is, exactly 75% as the last unit goes down.
Got 74% last time, 75% this time. Is that a theme or is that dumb luck? I don't know, but either way, still the 2-star battle is on right now. It is a battle of wits, actually. It seems to be psychological, as neither clan can pull down a solid 3-star. It seems like the base designs are winning the day.
Base design, that's exactly what the subject I was about to bring up, Klaus. OneHive, these guys guys are geniuses at base design. They have put up some bases that have completely taken attackers off course. And right here, Kings being held to an average in the 70% range. And it's tough. I mean, to see these bases for the first time, I certainly think that OneHive was saving their best for last, and they're performing right here.
That's right, and with Pumpa, this is the poor lad that unfortunately got that 1 star earlier that cost them the war. So you know that he feels like he has a lot to answer to. He is going to be looking for some revenge. He's going to be trying to get that triple for his clan, and we know that all these guys are capable, so let's see what he's able to pull off with this Queen Walk Pekka Smash.
Absolutely. OneHive, one of the best known, highest skilled clans in the world of Clash of Clans. They have a huge history of victories in clan wars, different leagues, and they're obviously showing that they are qualified to be here, and no doubt we will see more OneHive members later on this year. We've got 3 more qualifiers to go to determine who plays for that $1 million later on this year.
The Pekka leading the charge here, the bowlers following behind, and of course the healers in the vicinity of all his troops to keep them all alive now. This is looking good at this point, and also obviously that funnel on the left-hand side, absolutely gorgeous, that King getting it done. Town Hall dropping, I mean, everything's looking great right now, including, look at that jump spell, leading in and then back out of that Eagle Artillery compartment.
That is a perfectly placed jump spell right there. It's spanning, it looks like 4 or 5 different compartments. So again, you're right, Klaus, it's going to let troops get in, get the Eagle, and move on to other more important tasks, as Pumpa just about to cross that 2nd star right here. So here comes 50% 2nd star, and he's got lots of units left to deploy, including the Slammer at the bottom of the screen.
Very unfortunate, though. It looks like the healers were stubborn in that one. They were holding on to the Queen. That never showed any help or didn't seem to give any help to the bowlers and the Pekka in the core. So that attack dive into the middle didn't do a whole lot. We do still have that Stone Slammer that's going to be dropping off some troops right now, and that's great. And also, hey, notice we got a Super Wizard down at the bottom of the screen.
Yep, those healers went straight after the Wizard. They went right past the balloons. I'm pretty sure I saw one of those skeletons shaking its fist at the healer as it flew by. Why? Why? Once again, what is it? I don't know. Poor balloons. They're gone.
Well, the healer, they do what they're programmed to do. They heal up those ground troops and do a great job at it. And I'm grateful for, because a lot of the times we're funneling with baby dragons, you know, and if you're funneling with a baby dragon and your healers switch off to the funnel troop, that's terrible too. So, you know, the healers having that, what some might say a limitation, actually can be an advantage.
Well, that's a good point, Klaus, and definitely it would complicate things if healers were healing air troops early on in attacks. So, you know, I see your argument. I understand. But just the same, I would not want to be a skeleton in a balloon right in that attack, because that would be pretty frustrating.
I definitely wouldn't either. So with a 74% 2-star, that is a good attack for Pumpa. That's just above average, I think, for this current war. So that's good. He's helping out his clan. But right now, we're hoping that we can see some more action.
Pumpa keeping the dreams alive for OneHive to take 3rd position here. With Bernal, we saw big hitter struggling, maybe under pressure. On the side of Kings, we're on for the last attacks.
Marinal, the leader, the YouTuber for Kings. Gotta check out his channel, no doubt, with these guys and their incredible 3-star attacks. He's been covering some crazy strategies. The pride of Brazil right here. And again, the last 2 players to attack are their big leaders, Marinal and Tricky, ready to go next for OneHive.
And I can't wait to see this one. As you can see by the bottom, we have a few unusual troops. We got Valkyries again. Again, that's probably like the 4th one we've seen this entire weekend. There's also a skeleton spell. There's an earthquake spell. There's, well, pretty much just about one of every spell there.
There are indeed a lot of spells, and again, we'll watch for that earthquake to most likely be used to activate the Town Hall to turn that building into a weapon so that the balloons will target it and take it down, making for a much safer approach to at least a 2-star.
Very clear objective for that Queen with the wall breakers over timed just right with that freeze to cover that Inferno. If the Queen takes out that 3rd, or I guess you could say that's the 1st Inferno since it's the one that goes down first. But now the Lava Hound and balloon action heading in, and look how broad of a side that these balloons come down on. You're wanting to keep the funnel. You have the main force leading in toward the Town Hall and a few more coming in on the right to keep the balloons on task.
Yes, and this is going to be right on top of the Town Hall. All these balloons converging right here. The Warden easily within range. That means the balloons soak up that ability, get past the Giga Bomb, and can move on, trying to get to that Rage spell, but they're fighting a sweeper right there. I think the sweeper just got taken down.
Looks like that skeleton spell was put down on that Queen very nicely with a Rage spell. It's actually surprising that those skeletons can do a lot of damage under Rage, and mostly just to distract that poor Queen. And I think she has very little health left. She does survive that that onslaught, though, I think that the Skeletons got distracted trying to take on both the King and the Queen. One of those moments where having both heroes together may actually be advantageous.
That's true, and that defending Archer Queen is fending off anything else in this attack. A minute 25 left, but there's not a lot happening here. The air Skeletons are going to go out and hunt down those minions on the edges. You can see on the far right, there's the Eagle Artillery firing on the lava pups that are trying to help out as well. Marinol not happy with 67%. You know he wanted the triple, but this is incredibly close. Look at the numbers on the right-hand side of the screen, Klaus. 60% total damage versus 60.2%.
Like we said at the very beginning, these wars are so close, and oh, Marjorie the minion just took a bite. Oh, that's never fun. But 69% total destruction for Marinol, and that'll do it for Kings.
That was indeed their last attack. So now it is up to the mathematicians out there in the audience and Tricky from OneHive to see where we're going to go here, who is going to end up the third place clan. And remember, that means coming up next, we are going to see the beginning of the final matches today between GS and Vatang, Japanese and South Korean clans, highly regarded in their countries and around the world as some of the best players in the world. And earlier today, I heard players backstage predicting that would be the final match. So it's fallen into place so far. That is going to be an absolutely epic confrontation.
You know, if you look at the numbers, Vatang has had the highest offense at an average total destruction of 86% per attack. And then, of course, GS with 83%. So that's really high numbers for both of those clans. You gotta love it. Right now, let's tune in for Tricky. Look at it. He's taking advantage of this base design with so much free percentage on the outside.
Yep, lots of units starting out at the beginning here, picking up, passing 10%. You can see that we've got 37 miners in store, and there's an ice golem that's going to move in and accompany the Archer Queen. She doesn't have any healers. All right, Klaus, what's the number?
68%. Tricky has to get a 2-star and, well, 69 technically to win the war. He's got to get 69% and a 2-star here to win it, unless my math is flawed. That's definitely a possibility.
I seriously doubt it, Klaus. You are almost always exactly on in your estimations, so we'll watch for that as these units are moving in here. Lots of miners heading in, and you see the town hall is down. Here comes your 2nd star, so no doubt there's the 2 stars, and now it is just a matter of percentage. 55 closing in quickly, Klaus.
Guys, this is it right here. He crosses 69% and he wins. Their clan, OneHive, moves on and wins that bronze medal, and then we get to tune in for the final matchup. This is a big deal. This isn't the end. Don't go anywhere. I promise you it is going to be probably the most entertaining thing that you have ever seen in your life. And there you go. Tricky wins it for his clan with beyond 69% total destruction.
Easily crossing over 70%. He's got units remaining, a minion, a couple of wizards, and an arch. You got units at the top cleaning things up. The balloons moving in through the defense as well. I don't see any miners. They're over there on the multi-target inferno right there, but there's a couple more multi-target infernos in the Eagle Artillery as well. There's a couple of wizard towers, and there's even expos. A lot of defenses up, Klaus, and there's not a lot of time left. Even though there's like a minute left, you probably don't have enough time to get through everything, but it's going to be close. It's going to be absolutely epic. If you see a 3-star, but I probably won't, so I'll probably go ahead and slow down because you're not going to see a 3-star. But it was a great event. It was a great attack by Tricky, and it guaranteed OneHive to win.
1,000. Wasn't it an auction? All right, sorry. Never mind. OneHive taking the win. 3rd place match. OneHive, the team that was able to recover better than the Kings. So they took at least the bronze match. 3rd place today in our playoffs here. It's a small victory, and 1 victory along the ways there. There's still 3 qualifiers coming up for them, and I'm pretty sure we will see OneHive again.
Yeah, the OneHive players are legendary in the Clash community. We have seen them all over the place. They have been in other clans. We've seen them here in Poland before. We've seen them win some major CWL matches. So I fully anticipate to see more, if not another complete representation from the OneHive clan here within these next 3 months. And remember, they can qualify through ESL, the online 5v5 tournament, or of course through Clan War Leagues. So there's a way for pretty much anybody to qualify with a solid team.
If you got a Town Hall 12 and 4 friends that have Town Hall 12s, you could definitely get here. But man, this has been incredible. I mean, that came down to the last few buildings once again. All 3 wars here, Galadon, have been that way. And do you think that all 3 going forward, or 2 potentially, it's the best 2 out of 3. So if someone sweeps it, it's only 2 wars. But do you think that they're going to be that close again?
It's going to be as close as it can possibly be.
That is true. We said that. Both matches are definitely worth a final, and I saw Woody took so many notes. I'm pretty sure we should give it over to him. Otherwise, he'll publish a book about that match. So, Woody, what do you got?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Rene. I've got my book right here. I've been taking notes all day, but it's time to throw that out the window because we got something way more important. Tricky is with me here now, the leader of OneHive. Congratulations on your performance today. Coming in third place is really impressive. You had so many wars today that were just swinging back and forth. Looked like you were behind, then far ahead, then back behind again. You actually had one of the highest percentage destruction of any of the clans today. What do you think you're going to be able to do with that going forward? Do you expect to try to qualify again? Is this the end of OneHive?
Oh, it's certainly not the end of OneHive. Yeah, I'm happy to win, that final match. I think in reality we got to go last. It meant we could take quite a safe approach on the last attack, but I think we were very well matched with Kings. Could have easily gone either way. If they got the last hit, maybe they come out on top and they do a similar hit to what we did. The semi-final, I think really for us, we see, Vatang is probably one of the best clans here. So the fact we really, I felt like we hurt them in that war. We got them in a really tough spot, and hey, they managed to ride through it and come out on top, and we wobbled ourselves and couldn't get it over the line. But I think the fact that we were that close with them shows that, I expect them or GS to qualify. Obviously, one of them has to, and I'd almost expect Vatang to. So if we can match them and they're going to end up qualifying, it just shows that we can come back again. But, we've got a team here. We've got guys over in Dallas as well. We've got another set of 5 guys who could easily make the roster as well. So I'd be thoroughly disappointed if this was the last time you saw us. I can't promise anything, but we'll continue to work hard to make sure we're back here again. We've loved it, so we're not going to miss the opportunity to try again.
Well, you have a ton of fans in YouTube chat, over on Facebook, and also in Twitch chat spamming those OneHive Bs. I know you must be very proud of them and feel a great connection to them. Want to congratulate you once again on your performance here, and also going to DreamHack Dallas, 2 major Clash of Clans tournaments in one weekend is very impressive for your team. I know we'll see more from you later, and just want to wish you the best. Are there any last words you want to share before we move on?
No, not really. Just, good luck to the clans in the final. I think it's going to be a really good one. We can actually now sort of relax and watch it. So I'd say good luck to them. That'll be a really good war. Looking forward to it.
Great. Thanks very much, Tricky. We're going to move now back over to the telestrator board where our good friend iTzu is ready to break down one of those attacks he's been watching all war. And I know you got something great to say for us. iTzu?
Yeah, it's once again one of those wars which got decided by the defense. So we want to show a base which is defending really good. Already the first war for OneHive versus Vatang, which are arguably one of the best clans over here. So it's always nice to have a base which is really good defending. On this one, it's a Queen Charge Dragon attack. And one thing you have to point out is all those defenses really in the core, which makes it not only really hard for dragons or electro dragons to actually get deeper into the base. Then you can see the sweeper as well, who lead to a lot of struggle for Vatang to secure actually the town hall, even though it looks kind of separated over there. So that's always really hard to get. And you saw those really, really nice spring traps to prevent the wall breaker going into the wall. So we had to use the jump spell to get inside. And then you can see this huge structure in the middle of the space with all of those walls, which makes it really, really kind of difficult to get through that with, for example, Pekka Smash or Queen Charges, because there are so many different compartments. So you have to use a lot of spells, jump spells, earthquake spells, whatever, to get through all of this. And then as soon as the Queen is going or getting closer to the core, getting rid of the next air defense, he's starting with his dragons into the sweeper, and 2 air defenses right behind that. The dragons are coming from the top, and you will see any second the sweeper, which will cause insane problems for him to get into the town hall. The town hall will be activated kind of early, so it will be really difficult for him to get that out of the way. A lot of air skeletons are popping up. There are black mice. The Tesla is over there as well, which is really nice because the Tesla will always lure troops on the outside of the town hall compartment, on the other side as well. So most of the troops are going on the outside of this compartment. This means less damage on the town hall, which in the end once again means it's more damage, or it will stay longer and can deal more damage. So this is a great base. This is how you build a great base, and in the end the base is decided this war and the outcome. So let's jump back to the guys and take a look at the finals.
Thanks, iTzu. Okay. Relax. Calm down. Focus. Because what's coming up next is the biggest match of today. So you need all your power, even to cheer for other teams. because that will be the big chance to go through to the 1 million finals in October. So, final is on. Titans facing each other. It's GS versus Vatang. Our last wars of today. The most important ones, the biggest ones, the closest ones. Here we go.
Such an amazingly even spread there for Vatang. Look at those total destruction spread. Only 6.5% among the 5 players.
But GS get to the summit. Earth, the mountain climber, they have to climb the mountain of Vatang from South Korea, and there is one of the players that's absolutely ready to do it, PSH and Takana on the screen.
91% and 85% total destruction average right there. That is incredible numbers, and at this level, if you're pulling off 90% plus, then you have to be on the summit of the Clash of Clans community.
I kind of wanted to see Earth on the screen there because Earth has dropped 2 triples so far this weekend, and it actually, he is a mountain climber.
Wow.
Yes.
That is, I mean, that is impressive. So he's used to dealing with pressure. Perfect. We're done. I can go. All right. Never mind, though. Golden tickets are on the line to the big stadium finals. It's GS versus Vatang.
This is the match. South Korea versus Japan. You're talking about a duel of the century, and I'm not just saying that because I'm excited, though I am extremely excited, and you should too in the audience, in the chat. Let's get some love because this is going to be absolutely insane.
It is great to see these players. One of them is absolutely going to advance to the finals later on this year. They're playing for their share of $1 million, and we're watching PSH up first. What does PSH stand for, Klaus?
I have no idea. Do you? You don't?
No, I don't.
We'll
I unfortunately don't, but it could mean, I don't know, what Rene's got an idea here. Pretty strong hitter? That's possible.
Pretty strong?
I think he's more than pretty strong, though.
No, definitely not.
Way in right here.
Rene, that was definitely not it.
37 minors.
Wow, so PSH getting it done, starting off his attack right now. He's got miners. You gotta love the miners. They're consistent. They can get on. All you need to do, all you need to know, and this is the words of iTzu, for using miners is the funnel. It's all about the funnel, and with an Electron starting this off, he's able to get a few defenses and key things down, but he doesn't get the CC or the Eagle or the Queen.
At the top of the screen, you see that defensive Clan Castle Dragon. That is critical. Got to get that out of the way. We saw that earlier today as any sort of air troop like that, Dragon, Baby Dragon, will devastate a Miner or a Hog Rider attack. So that was an important move right there. PSH using a Baby Dragon to get that Dragon out of the way, and now the heroes coming in from the bottom.
You can see that geometrically, and that means shape-wise, this is now a very nice little crescent, if you will. You start the miners on the right-hand side, because clearly we want to make sure we get that Town Hall, and then they're going to be able to stay pretty close together all the way through this base.
Yep, the Archer Queen is going to assist there from the bottom. The Barb King is down. Defensive Archer Queen is still active, as is the Eagle Artillery. That's going to be a problem. There goes your Town Hall. Miners duck under it and move on. The Warden has used his ability, though, and the Miners, they've got just 1 heal spell left after this one. But notice they're kind of being funneled into this where just about every Miner should get some healing right here.
That's good. We need that. We want as many healing points onto those miners as possible. Queen helps out with a bit of a funnel, so now look at the little corridor that the miners have to go through. They're going to go basically all of them through the Eagle Artillery. 1 or 2 go toward the altars. This is looking beautiful right now. I think he missed a heal a little bit when that Queen was doing her deed over there in the middle.
Beautiful move right there. There's another giant bomb that went off, and the heal went down just in time to save those miners. They did get distracted by the workshop a little bit earlier. That unfortunately caused the heal spell to expire before they returned to it, and that could have been the turning point right there because we've got no miners left. 72% damage, though, so a solid attack from PSH to start things off for Vatang.
73% two-star, and I'm looking to see what we're waiting on right now. I think it's just the poison spell. Poison spell does damage, and so generally the attack doesn't end until that poison spell dissipates. So PSH locking in a 73% two-star for his clan. He got a 71% earlier, and he's 3-star twice in the round robin. So you can see that I think that the base designs of the finals are really starting to confound him because he's not pulling off those triples that we're used to.
And it's tough right there. You saw that he used the Warden ability, which wasn't really needed as the Town Hall went down. Remember, if there's not, say, a defending king or skeleton traps that are right next to that, or skeletons, rather, that are right next to the Town Hall as the miners take it down, they will always duck and avoid the damage from the Gigabomb.
Takana, a 99% attack earlier today. You have to believe that he is looking to get that solid 3-star, solidify the win for his clan if he's able to do the very best that he can. He's the first attacker for his clan. Let's see what he's able to pull off here with this Lalo attack.
Yep, coming in at the top, starting to clear things out. Remember, this is best 2 out of 3 that determines who advances to the finals later on this year to face teams like Queso and Tribe Gaming. Right now, GS focused on that prize, trying to defeat Vatang, and this is truly, after all of the battles we've seen this weekend, a battle of the Titans.
That's almost an understatement, but I get what you mean, Galadon. I mean, this has really been a treat to watch. I've had so much fun so far, and we're just getting started. The finals match of the May Qualifier right now. I mean, these are the best 2 clans of the month going head-to-head in some best 2 out of 3 action.
Yep, so the Queen and the King moving in here without healers. Again, watch for the Lalo portion to start shortly, but now you've got that Queen. She's triggered the Town Hall, or she's triggered the Clan Castle, rather. This time, it's 2 balloons with that Lava Hound. So taking notes, seeing different defensive CCs, this time 2 loons.
Those 2 loons are going to be a problem. They take out the Queen, and with no poison spell remaining, he's going to have to drop a minion or 2 to take those balloons out. Fortunately, though, those balloons cannot target the attacking balloons or the Hound, so, you know, maybe they're just not a big issue at all. Right now, that Lalo being deployed right now to swing in and take out this Town Hall for that 2-star.
Yeah, there was a freeze followed immediately by the earthquake, so the balloons, everybody's going to get in there. There's your Warden abilities. The Town Hall goes down. And again, you're right, this CC was more designed for either miners or hogs, a ground-style attack, maybe the bowlers and Pekkas from one of those style attacks, Pekka Bow Bat or Pekka Smash.
Yeah, the Pekka Smash has been all over the place.
Since we've seen one that I've forgotten the name. We're seeing so many different attacks today.
And that's so cool. It's so cool to see that Clash of Clans is in such a great state right now that we can see such a variety of attacks. And look at this perfect placement.
Balloons, they've got to get in after this Eagle Artillery. Oh, the Tornado Trap's going to stall them on that Inferno Tower. They got it down, but now they need to get to that Eagle Artillery. 40 seconds left. Lots of hit points out on the field, though. Is it going to happen? You've got an Archer Tower. Here they come with a haste spell after the Archer Tower. Skeletons giving chase. They're going to get that last defense down. 90%. 30 seconds left, though, Klaus.
Oh,
I hear a pause, but can they do it? There's a lot of structures remaining at 23%. That is Vatang celebrating right now because they know there's no way that last Archer Tower held off the assault, and what looked like it could have been a 3-star is going to end just shy.
Wow, it came down to just a few hit points on that Archer Tower. It's reminiscent of the very first match we saw today where one defense held off the attack that could have won it for the opposing team, or for the attacking team. So unfortunately, Takana only gets the 93% 2-star, but, you know, right now they're ahead.
Definitely solid attacks from both teams for the start into our big finally, and Lunatic from Takana, basically, bringing on all the loons as much as possible. 92%, so close to the 3-stars, but I think you really need to hit 3s if you want to win here in the big final.
They're certainly expecting it. We've been expecting it. These are clans that have all put up multiple 3-star attacks in their wars. Huge percentages overall. Like Klaus pointed out earlier, the overall damage percentage from GS leading up to this final war is 83%, and Vatang 86%. But right now, you'll see from the score on the right-hand side of the screen, Vatang at a slight disadvantage in overall percentage.
You mentioned that the overall attacking total destruction for these clans, with Vatang having the advantage, but GS has a better defensive the better defensive statistic. There you go. So right now we're seeing, I think, another offense versus defense situation where Vatang has shown superior offense in most cases, and GS has superior defense.
Well, that is great to see, and it just, again, it shows us how important both are. You can't just rely on your attacking skills. You need to be able to put those bases together that stop the opponent, because preventing the three is just as important as trying to grab that three for your clan. And now Young Hun from Vatang trying to do it right here, and he's got 37 miners, often referred to now as mass miner, because there is no queen walk or queen charge that's going to happen.
That's right. With the heroes, we're going to be seeing a funnel being established. So one side or the other, and then they're going to just collide down onto that town hall. In this case, he held on to his heroes. He was able to get it done with some troops. The space is very widespread. So with those heroes actually backing up from the bottom side to potentially keep the miners busy and focus on that Inferno. But that town hall's about to go down, and that clan castle, it's only a lava hound. No problem for the miners.
That was like he knew what was going to come out of that town hall. He didn't have to worry to see like a baby dragon or a dragon or two come out there. You can see the poison spell working in the center of the lava hound, trying to chase those miners down. The miners working their way through, and the healers, that Archer Queen at the bottom still has her ability, and the Warden still has his.
An unfortunate split, though. The miners going down to the bottom. They're going to still work on the multi-inferno, but a lot of miners avoided that Eagle Artillery in the core, and that is absolutely crucial. Fortunately, he had his Grand Warden's ability to keep the few alive in the middle to take out that Eagle Artillery. So now a very high percentage 2-star is in the books, and potentially a 3, though there's a lot of base left and no more heal spells.
Great free spell, though, used in the middle that was on both of those Expos. Unfortunately, the miners not quite able to get the other Expo down, so we're at about 2/3 of this base being wiped out, but far from the 3-star once again. Young Hun now just looking for percentage, because it's possible with these innovative and unusual bases that we're going to see it come down to a battle of percentage. You know that neither clan wants to let that happen. Both of these guys, the clans themselves, want at least one player to drop the triple.
Absolutely. With the 73% and moving forward attack right now, there's a lot too much for the miners, but the percentage is still adding up very nicely. We're going to see potentially an 80% attack here, hopefully, and it looks like, nope, just falling just short. But so 79% 2-star for Young Hun. That is respectable and should help his clan move forward.
Yep, Young Hun, the second attacker of the day here for Vatang. Remember, this is the final matchup between Vatang and GS, the Pride of South Korea facing the Pride of Japan. Only one team can advance to the finals later on this year, to the championship. And again, this is 2 out of 3. So whoever wins this war is going to have to come back and win another war, Klaus, in order to advance.
And little history lesson, the 2 previous qualifiers, both of the winners actually lost one of the matches, and it went down to the 3rd and final match. So if somebody's able to sweep it today, they'll be making history as the first clan to do so moving into the World Championships later this year.
And it would honestly be a surprise. As close as these matches are, to see a clan sweep 2-0 would be a shocker. Right now, it's anybody's game. GS's only attack was a 93% 2-star, so Watto absolutely hoping to improve on that, to grab those extra 7 buildings and grab the first 3-star.
And again, Watto, the only player in GS to not show us a 3-star today. So if he's able to get it done, yeah, if he's able to get it done, Galadon, then he will have a huge victory on his hands.
All right, so the Queen moving in here with her healers. You see the funnel complete at the bottom. There's a camp still left, but she's not going to worry about that. She's moving off towards the left. Pretty traditional Pekka smash. We were just talking about how we hadn't seen it in a while. Notice the lone archer down there. Her job to clear out that camp and make sure that funnel is complete.
And with the Queen having to use her special ability, her Royal Cloak, to take out the enemy Queen, that's unfortunate. He had both a rage and an ability, but that was a very dense section of the base. So it's a good thing he kept the Queen alive, because without the Queen hammering out how much DPS per hit, it's like 1.5 million or something. She's so powerful at level 60.
It's a lot, and here they come moving in towards the core. That jump spell perfectly placed to allow units access into that little alleyway, that dead zone behind the town hall after the town hall goes down. Inferno Tower burning away on the healers at the bottom as well, and now here comes your Stone Slammer. Its goal to get that bottom Inferno Tower out of the way.
And there we go with the entry. All of the troops guiding into this base with the funnel. Beautifully done for Watto. Unfortunately, that Stone Slammer runs into that tornado traps. That's going to be a bit of an issue because right now, that Multi-Inferno just burning to death all kinds of troops, including healers. Fortunately, it is now down. And this Queen, she just not interested in taking that jump spell. She's stuck on a wall. That's going to hurt him.
Yep, she has gone towards that closest building, which has now been wiped out by the balloons as they continue their way out the right-hand side of this base. Haste Spell's going to move them on, and Watto's got one more Haste Spell. Got to worry about these Wizard Towers. Look at all of the air defenses up here, Klaus.
The Queen actually redirects, so that's good. She's about to enter that little compartment with the 2 giant bomb death spots, but you're right. With all those air defenses still left, these balloons are going to struggle to continue to advance and take out this base. Unfortunately, this Queen doesn't even have her ability anymore, so that's kind of a problem as she's still dealing with the beams from a multi-targeting Inferno.
And given enough time, could this have wrapped up as a 3-star? Look at this huge group of Pekkas down here on the far right-hand side. They can melt through even maxed walls when you have groups like that, but we're running out of time quickly, even though there's 6 minions remaining to be deployed. Watto holding on to those until the very last second, trying to let these Pekkas get in here to take out some of these defenses. Now the balloons and minions come in, and it looks like we could cross 90%, 89, time running out, and it's going to be 89% for Watto of GS.
Pekka Smash being successful for GS, making sure that they're still in the lead after 2 attacks from each side. But Vatang definitely not willing at all to give this away easily. And once again, it's a best of 3. Means whoever loses this, they have a chance for a comeback right after.
Yep, that tornado trap, that was a tough call right there, Klaus, as it moved in and took the Slammer away from the Inferno Tower. That was a big change in that attack.
You know, GS with the total destruction advantage is actually pretty high. They've got about a 91% total destruction average as opposed to Vatang, who's roughly at about 75. So, and those are big numbers. So GS has a definite advantage right now. They're getting closer to the 3 stars by far than Vatang is. So we have ourselves a competition
well,
right here.
What, Klaus, I'm going to call it right here. Caldron, 3 stars. It's about to happen.
It's reasonable.
Okay.
He's done it before.
Caldron has put up 2 triples earlier this weekend. They're significantly down by percentage. 6% is a big gap to make up, so you know they are aiming at this 3-star. I predict it right here. Caldron from Vatang ready to drop every single building in this base.
He's going to be trying to pull a raise and wipe out all the buildings in this base right now, raising the base down. With the Grand Warden and a few troops on the left, creating a funnel that E-Drag actually runs into the Tesla farm. That's huge, because now he knows that it's there. Catching a Tesla farm at the end of an attack is almost a death sentence to the attack, but finding it at the beginning, you can handle that, generally.
Yep, those loons with a haste spell took out a lot of buildings right there. You can see 18% already. The heroes, the bowlers moving into the funnel. Coming in here, they're headed towards that town hall. Watch for the wall breakers. One exploratory wall breaker. Here come the rest. They're under rage. You can't really see them. There's the warden ability to make sure they get through. And now they're in, and they're going to wipe out that town hall. Simultaneously, you've got the eagle firing and the defensive clan castle coming in.
Wow, so with the wall breakers actually under the Eternal Tome, yes, they can still break walls and die, even under the Eternal Tome ability, in case anybody wanted some Mythbusters in this game right now. With the wall breaker actually breaking into 2 different sections of the base. That town hall goes down, and now the Lalo portion of the attack is coming in.
Yep, 1/3 of this base down, and the Archer Queen is working on the air defense. She gets the air defense down. That was a critical move right there. The air defense is out of the way. In comes the Stone Slammer. Balloons on the left-hand side of this base. We're nearing 50% damage. Just 1 heal spell and 2 hastes remain.
You know, it's a semi-circular base design, so he just came straight in with all of his troops but 4. He's got 2 more haste spells to deal some damage on there, help his balloons do some damage as well. They fall in on that Eagle artillery, but is there enough to go through the backside of this base? That's always the question.
Seeking air mines all over the place. Balloons trying to move in and get that Expo down. More mines. The last Inferno Tower is going to be a big problem, Klaus. There's no spells left, and 2 Wizard Towers also. So unfortunately, Caldron getting close, but there's just too much at the top right of this base.
Caldron getting that clutch 3-star earlier to obtain the win for his clan, and now unfortunately falling just short with an 82% 2-star. That pup over there gets that 83. Small victories, buddy. Good job. We're proud of you, but goes down. Just
barely grabs 83% 2-star, just as I predicted. A vast improvement right there over earlier, and a solid number for Vatang as they look to close the gap in percentage behind GS.
And that's what we need to see. If we're not going to see any 3 stars, which I don't know about you, Galadon, but I'm not happy with that. I want 3 stars. But
absolutely,
if that's going to be the case, we need big total destruction. We need to have close to 99% so we can figure out who's actually the winner of this war.
Well, Earth clowning for the camera right there. Here is another 3-star machine from Japan. Earth, we've seen him before here in Poland. He's bringing Pekka Smash, and he is ready. He's already tripled twice this weekend. He's certainly looking for his 3rd 3-star attack, and it's going to be against PSH from Vatang.
I love just the variety of different troops around, cleaning up the free buildings, and this is something that's overlooked by so many players, including myself in some cases. I get in a hurry, I don't want to look at the small details, but this can make the difference between a war. Just sneaking in a free building with a single troop like the Archer, or a minion if there maybe just be a cannon around it.
Exactly, and look at this farm of Expos. 4 Expos are all right within proximity of each other and that clan castle. So certainly an unusual base setup, a high concentration of point defense right there at the top of the base. The Archer Queen right now looks like she's headed towards the bottom where we'll see the entry of the Pekka Smash.
Gonna have some Pekka Smash action like Galadon just said, and it's gonna be a good time because it looks like with the funnel being set up very nicely on the left-hand side, and now the King and a Baby Dragon in charge of the funnel on the right. Hopefully we can keep some things focused and get the whole Pekka Smash in on that Town Hall.
Oh, we lost the wall breakers trying to get into that wall. Klaus, not completely devastating because he does indeed have 2 jump spells, but he certainly wanted those wall breakers to get through that outer wall right there. And there's another hole in the wall that is from a different spot, and now the Town Hall goes down, but the unit's going to move off to the right, and this base design causing almost everybody to head out to the right instead of into the core.
Wow, so I was just praising his funnel, but unfortunately he wasn't quick enough to make the adjustment, and he was waiting on his Pekka, actually, to get through that wall. They did, but not fast enough. Timing is huge in this game, so unfortunately, most of his troops actually roam around the outside. He does get the enemy queen down, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get that Eagle artillery down.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of troops actually redirected, but look at those Expos just annihilating everything in front of them right there. So much damage rolling in at once, and the Eagle is still up now. In comes the Stone Slimer, less than a minute left. There is another jump spell. The Queen just barely surviving. Look at all of those Expos, and that is going to spell doom for the Archer Queen in just a moment here. The healers, no way they can keep up with that.
Wow, so one thing I noticed was when he saw that giant bomb pop up and the Queen approaching, he knew that for a split second, those healers would not be with his Queen, and he had to use his Queen's special ability. That is really paying attention to the small detail, making sure his Queen stays alive, but as you can see, still remaining is a jump spell, so that could have, in a different universe, he could have brought 2 more haste spells or something and got a little bit more. Unfortunately, things just did not go his way in this attack, but the total destruction being at 80% and higher is still pretty good moving in.
It is great. He's got is that a swag jump right there as he closes over 80 to 83% time, just about to run out, trying to grab a couple more structures. Remember, we're looking at percentage points, determining things. Great jump spell for the Wizard right there, making absolutely no difference at all.
Damage percentage was on sale in this attack round. Both teams above 80%, and this was the closest Vatang was ever to actually win a single attack round with 83% on their side. But Earth managed to get 84, still making sure that GS keeps the lead.
Yeah, they've got a significant lead on percentage right here. The GS attacks 84, 89, 93. The Vatang attacks 73, 79, and 83. And now it looks like Lanslada is up next to try to improve for Vatang. We're getting down to it here, Klaus. Remember, it's best 2 out of 3, but I hate to use the M word again, but momentum is absolutely going to be in the hands of the winner of this first best of 3.
Absolutely. I mean, there's never a chance for a mistake in a 2 out of 3. But if you win this, then if something goes wrong, you still have another chance. But the opposing team who lost, if they mess it up and lose again, it's over. They only have 1 chance left.
34 Hog Riders, so this is a little bit more of a traditional Queen Walk, Queen Charge Hog Rider, and we're seeing a few Hogs come in early right here to try to help out with the funnel. Remember, when you're funneling an Archer Queen, you have to worry about more than just the outside buildings. You have to worry about that next set of buildings inside, and that was a great move with those Hogs to take that air defense out and absolutely ensure the Queen moves downward instead of up.
That's right. It also lured that Clan Castle, so now the Queen can handle it as soon as possible, which is amazing for him going forward. Unfortunately, that wall wrecker does die out, does not make it to that Town Hall. Fortunately, though, he's got Hogs, and if he gets enough percentage and triggers that Giga Tesla, then the Hogs will indeed target that Town Hall.
Well, that's going to be a critical difference right here, Klaus, because we're only at 29%. Barb King is long gone. He was up at 12 o'clock. There's a rage spell for your Archer Queen, so it looks like the Archer Queen should work on a wall here shortly. She's going to have to face off with the defending Archer Queen, the Clan Castle. The defending Archer Queen firing on her just goes down. Now the Clan Castle. Now watch after this Archer Tower where she goes. She's going to go back outside. That is not what Lancelot wanted. He wanted her to target the wall and head after the Town Hall. 37% damage, Klaus. We're a long ways from that Town Hall being activated.
That's right, and without an Earthquake spell or anything, this is not a good position to be in. He has a lot of time wasted right now, just trying to get to 50% so he can deploy his Hogs right at that Town Hall. What would have changed all that is, like you said, if she had decided to just break through the wall instead of turn tail and run over outside of the base, and this would have went very, very differently indeed, but unfortunately, that's not how it turned out.
And now, Lancelot has had to wait until we're down to the final minute of this attack. Finally, he crosses 50%, and there he sends in the Hogs because, again, critically, a safe 2-star is absolutely what they have to aim for right here. The free spell, the Warden's ability, the Hog Riders, no problem. There's your 2nd star, and they're going to move on, but they don't have much time left.
Wow, so with only 50 seconds left in this attack, remember that Lancelot was, unfortunately, ended up with only 57% of the previous attack, so he's already bested that, but he was one of the weaker attackers for Vatang. So let's see if he's able to best that and potentially pull out a 3-star, even though time really does look like it's going to be a problem here.
30 seconds left. The final Hogs getting deployed. A couple of cleanup wizards as well. They take out that mortar, going to move in, but no sense, no need for them to rejoin their fellow brethren because there are no heal spells left to benefit from. Final 20 seconds, and I have to say it's a great save from Lancelot. I mean, that did definitely not go as planned, and to be able to, after things went wrong early, still come back and grab what looks like nearly 90% in this attack, that shows the true sign of a pro attacker.
Exactly. I mean, that patience is key, and that patience is one of the hardest parts to master as a Clash of Clans player. So Lancelot securing a 91% 2-star first clan, really helping out in bringing his clan back up to potentially be able to continue competing.
That was a huge boost in overall percentage right there. 91%, again, by far their best attack in this war so far. So we'll see. GS has yet to answer. They have 2 players yet to attack who have both 3-starred earlier this weekend, both Stadra right there and Aaron CPB ready to go and bring the triple.
Again, GS ahead by total destruction. That 91% just now by Lancelot definitely helped, but still GS has the advantage here. Like for instance, if GS 3-stars and they end up with 73.2%, while Vatang's at 65.2. So things are looking still pretty good for GS, and let's see if they're able to pull off this 3-star here and really secure it.
Again, we've seen Stadra triple earlier. You see the wall breaker right there. I love the wall breaker use by these attackers. It is such a risky move for the most of us. These days, people get lazy. They use 4 earthquakes, they use a jump spell, they use air troops, they use miners or hog riders. These guys not afraid to use the wall breakers and professionally deploy them as well, dropping in free spells where needed or just troops that distract the defenses in the area and make sure the wall breakers get the job done.
Heads up, dude, this professional wall breaker guy just got through 2 walls. So you're absolutely right. You called it. These guys, and what they're doing, they're trying to get into the walls as cheaply as possible. They don't want to waste 2 spells with a jump spell or 4 with the earthquakes. It's all about getting it as cheaply as possible to be efficient.
And check out this jump spell. No, where's the Archer Queen going? She's going to the outside. Come on, Archer Queen, there's a jump spell right there. She had likely already decided that the camp was her next target, and you could hear the moan from GS as she's gone outside. And I was just about to talk about how brilliant that jump spell placement was, but that's only half the battle. What's the other half of the battle, Klaus? Timing. That jump spell coming maybe just a second too late, despite the fact that it spans 6 different compartments. It was dropped a split second too late. The Archer Queen had already made up her mind. She was headed towards that camp, and she's not going to come back.
Very unfortunate for that queen. She's not going to get the eagle, but she still could potentially, with her ability, snag the enemy queen, and that's still huge with this Lalo attack, but it's unfortunate that that eagle is still up.
Yeah, the enemy queen goes down, so that's a big one, but unfortunately, here comes your eagle artillery. Going to absolutely pulverize these units as they move in at the bottom of your screen. And now, remember, 42%. The town hall is just a storage right now. It's not a defense. It stores loot. Remember though, if you're attacking, you're farming, you don't get that loot out of the town hall until it's destroyed. Here it goes. Now it's been activated and been frozen, and there it goes. There's your first star, followed immediately by the second star for 50%.
Gotta love it. So that's what they needed. They continue putting up these 2 stars and high percentages, and the way this war is going with elite defense, elite-based building, and then the best attacks that we can possibly hope for, I believe, on these bases. If they continue going the way they are, they're in a good position. I just really wish that queen would have went the direction that we had intended.
Oh, that was so painful to watch. That's such a pretty jump spell right there. Spell timing and placement, truly critical. And these bases, again, no doubt players have never seen bases like this before, and they don't have a lot of time to examine them, to break them down, to decipher what the weakness could be. This is still a brilliant attack. Time running out though. Stadra 82%, another really high percentage from GS. Every single attack. That actually at 82 is the lowest percentage yet today.
It is, and even with the queen not even going for that jump spell, he secured the 2 stars and the over 80%. You said it, but on the other side, Vatang, first attack, over 90% for them. They're still alive, they're still kicking, and they want to win this first war.
What's incredible is that Stadra's hit just now with 82% is the lowest percentage that GS has had so far. That's incredible. 82% being the lowest. I mean, that's elite play right there. And if only they could pull off another a triple here, that would secure it. But Vatang, they need to respond. And, you know, they're the ones on the chopping block right now.
And Cinnabro for Vatang. Also a 3-star earlier from Cinnabro, so you know he's got it in him. He's got Hog Riders, he's got minions, there's your healers, a goblin, a giant, a little bit of everything right here. So we'll watch for that as the queen charge begins right by the town hall, really close here. Gonna close in on that town hall early before the Lalo portion.
Those really short queen walks are stressful, because if that funnel is not just perfect, then you're going the opposite direction of where you want to. And that's hard to come back from. Right now, the queen's got to deal with that enemy clan castle, and then you're hoping that she will go the intended direction and allow this Lalo, which again, we're seeing a lot of Lalo. We're not seeing near as much Pekka smash as we were earlier. We got a lot of hog attacks right now. It's so good to see these elite attackers and watching and seeing how their minds work as they watch and check out these bases.
Well, that's the thing, Klaus. We can learn from these elite attackers as to what is effective, what's the way to go, and we've seen a lot of this. It can be risky, like iTzu often points out with Lalo. Sometimes you're going to be having a hard time getting that town hall, but Cinnabro using the queen charge to get in, take that town hall down early, so now the Lalo doesn't have to deal with the star for the town hall, but also remember, it's a massive weapon.
And it's really difficult for a bunch of balloon spill to take out. So good free spell, gets the queen, but unfortunately misses that the sweeper right there. And then the queen hits the tornado trap too. Man, that queen is just getting the brunt of everything right now. She's trying her very best to continue working through this base, taking out key defenses and structures, but man, she's getting destroyed right now.
She is working her way on that far side, and the loons coming in from the top right, trying to get to that eagle, get it out of the way. With 1:15 remaining, they're closing in, and again, the sweeper causing problems there, Klaus, pushing everybody away from the eagle repeatedly.
Fortunately, there's a couple balloons that are being, spared the terribleness of the sweepers. A good Warden's ability there soaks up an air mine, but yes, that sweeper is being a total pain. I wish that queen had survived there, because if she had broke through that wall, then I would be really convinced that this is going to be the triple, but right now I'm just not sure.
Yeah, the healers are still up and the balloons are moving in. There's no splash defenses left though, Klaus, and there's 45 seconds. They're closing in right here on the Expo, on the air defense. There's another Expo at the top of the screen. They're going to close in first on this sweeper, and that could be the last of the defenses. At the bottom left, you've got a cannon. Where do they go next? Do they head towards the top? You've got 30 seconds remaining, 90%. No, they're coming back towards the cannon. That's going to be a long ride back up to the Expo. Lots of cleanup units in behind as well. You've got 20 seconds remaining. They've got to get there and then turn around. The minions at the bottom of the screen going to get the camp out of the way. Here go the balloons. They're headed up there. Cinnabro looks like he could have it. 12 seconds. This is an unbelievably close. 9 seconds. They're closing in. The Expo is firing and the balloons are not going to get there. Time
It's a 3-star for Vatang! Wow!
I missed the Warden.
The Warden gets it. It was already a damaged Expo. I couldn't keep it in. I'm sorry to interrupt, but oh my goodness. That Expo goes down, and that puts a exclamation point on Vatang's war right now and turned the tide. Turned that, what Galadon continues to say, the momentum has shifted.
Well, this was their last attack of the war. Cinnabro dropping the triple right there. That was absolutely crazy at the last second with just a couple of seconds on the clock. And that was what we've been waiting for all war, Klaus, for a plan to put up a 3-star. But it's been the true tale of amazing offense and even better defense, stopping every attempt at a triple until right here.
Wow, so this is the moment that we have all been waiting for. The final attack of this war. But this isn't it. No matter what happens, we've got at least one more war in this best 2 out of 3 final match of this playoff. So do not go anywhere. I can't imagine anyone wanting to go anywhere right now because Aaron CPB, who is very, very capable, has gotten a 3-star in the past, so we can do it again. He gets a 3-star, and this war comes back down to total destruction. But right now, Vatang has a major advantage moving on.
Yes, Aaron CPB moving in, looking calm. CPB could stand for certainly possesses bravado, as these guys have shown confidence throughout this weekend. The GS players from Japan, some of the best in the country, some of the best in the world, and now the Archer Queen moving away from that Town Hall though, Klaus.
Wow, so that Queen and King, their obvious goal was to get that Town Hall down. Unfortunately, they do not now. So Aaron CPB is going to be rolling in with his Lalo. This is all or nothing though. He's not gonna, adjust his plan just to get the Town Hall. He's gonna keep going with this 3-star strategy so that he's able to potentially snag that 3-star for his clan, but it doesn't appear that things are going right, and that's how Clash of Clans is right now. If everything doesn't go perfect, you're gonna struggle majorly to triple.
Yeah, there's almost no room for mistakes unless you have a pro plan, and here's the pro plan from Aaron CPB, moving the Lava Hound and Loon's Ear from the bottom this time to make sure that they get in. Great free spell, catches the Sweeper and the Town Hall. Now the Balloons have a couple other defenses to get to before they get to that Town Hall. You're gonna need the Warden's ability right here. There it is. The Balloons trying to get through. The Dragon chasing him down, finally gets the Town Hall for the 1-star.
And that 1-star was very clutch. A couple more percentage points, and here we go with that 2-star. Just a moment. Great freeze covering that Eagle Artillery in the core, but notice there's hardly any balloons left, and there's a lot of base left as well.
It really is, as Aaron CPB doing his best to grab as much percentage as he can. The defensive Clan Castle Dragon is a big problem. That splash damage in the air, it's going to get out there and hunt down and wipe out a bunch of these lava pups. But again, as time is counting down, no chance at the 3-star. So it certainly looks like that's going to ice the victory for Vatang. An incredible, as Klaus says, clutch 3-star from Vatang's last attack is going to give them that 11-star score total. And that's the first, but only best 2 out of 3. So Vatang is going to have to repeat if they want to advance to the finals later on this year.
Never say die. Aaron is letting this attack pan out, knowing he did not win the war for his clan, but he didn't care. He was going to let it pan out anyway to see who wins or see who gets the higher percentage. That's a 68% for him.
Vatang taking match number 1, or not say match number 1, it's war number 1 in our best of 3, and I'm absolutely sure, and I admit I did the same. I thought GS had this looking at their total destruction, but here's Vatang coming back with a 3-star and making it theirs.
They certainly had the lead, and going into the last attack for Vatang of the war, it looked like we weren't going to see a 3-star.
And that was disappointing, I have to admit. But man, coming in the clutch, Cinnabro pulling off that 3-star at the very end. I'm pretty sure that GS still had the total destruction advantage. But the stars are what matters, and 11-10 wins not the day. It's not over. Don't go anywhere, because there's a lot more action going on.
That was just War 1. We said that already. It's a best of 3. There's still so much to come for you guys. And actually witness live here in the May Qualifiers. Before we dive into more of the player finals, we are more about the actual strategies that were used by iTzu.
We have over here a really nice attack with Queen Charge Lalo, and a lot of players right now in this tournament try to make it really tough to Queen Charge their bases with putting up ground expos. And you can see that over here, there's a ground expo, there's a ground expo, and you can see a lot of value on this side of the base with the Eagle, with the Queen, 2 multi-inferno towers, etc., which is a lot of things you want to get out of your way when you do attacks like Queen Charge Hawks, Queen Charge Lalo, for example. But on this one, he's going for the other side. He's just ignoring those single inferno tower, those ground expos, and he's trying to go in over here, taking out this kind of island once again with this area which I marked right now, and going for the other side with his Lalo, because those ground expos won't do too much for the defense when it goes against air. So we can see over here that the Queen is walking inside to get those this multi-inferno tower, the Town Hall, the enemy Queen, and so much value. When it comes down to Lalo, and especially pathing as well, you can see on the other side that not that much is still standing, even though there are a couple of Wizard Towers and multi-inferno tower. The pathing is way too good, and this, in the end, could have been a defense. The only issue is, like always, when you do those Queen Charge attacks, is the time, and that's always the critical part about this one. So he had to start his Lalo as soon as he's seen, okay, the enemy Queen is going down, so I can start immediately with my Lalo. He's starting with the Slammer, tanking the Wizard Tower and the Inferno Tower with his Slammer, which is always really important, and then coming in with his Lalo from the side where the sweeper is not pointing, going right into the first Inferno Tower, into the Eagle, like the shorter side, into the Eagle. Lalo is going through into the last air defense, which is still standing, war ability still up, and this is how Vatang in the end pulled off the win in this war. So let's see how many triplets we'll see in the next one, and get back to Rene.
Thanks, it's a Cinnabro being the end boss here, making sure with 3 stars to get Vatang the first ever win. Now we saw, not first ever win, that's obviously totally wrong. First win in our best of 3 series, I'm sorry for that. But with that, we now know how execution looks like. But how did they actually get to the point of those perfect attacks exactly in the right moment to win such an important war? We talked to all the teams before that, how they practice for important matches.
So my regime before any important match or any important hit is just hide from my kids and hide from my wife, so I get a bit of peace and quiet, and that way I can hit without being climbed all over.
I try to practice by friendly challenge and take it as a real game. And in the real game, in the real important match, we take it as a practice. Then the result was always nice.
We do a lot of friendly challenges in the game, and we also review some of the bases to see what to choose and to use.
I mean, going into a big match, I think the key thing first of all is defense. Obviously during the war you might have 24 hours, 4 hours, an hour, however long it is to play offense, but you've got as many hours as you're willing to put in on defense beforehand. So it's a lot of base building, it's practicing it, you know, testing out different attacks that you're expecting to come and make sure your bases are indestructible. And yeah, when you're then there in the war, it's just about maximising the time you have. So don't leave all the attacks till the end. Pace them well throughout the war, make sure you've got the information you need so you can manage the war well. And yeah, just look at every base and get every plan as well, you know, worked out as you possibly can, so you've got the best opportunity to get those 3 stars.
A rotina de treinamento do meu clã é bem forte, a gente treina praticamente sempre que tem tempo livre, né, porque muitas pessoas trabalham. Como é time que joga muito unido, fazendo call, participando de conversas, treinando diversos layouts, faz com que o nosso time seja bastante forte.
Bom, antes de partidas importantes, sem dúvida, a gente entra em call, a gente sempre discute as estratégias e dependendo do clã que a gente for enfrentar, a gente ajusta os layouts para tentar defender geralmente as estratégias que o clã adversário costuma ser melhor. Geralmente a gente discute bastante os ataques antes de chegar num consenso para efetuar. Aí eu seleciono quem é a pessoa que é mais indicada, que é mais especialista naquele tipo de variação e passo para ele.
Η διαδικασία που ακολουθούμε για εξάσκηση είναι να βρούμε τις βάσεις τις οποίες θα χρησιμοποιήσουμε στο War. Κατά τη διάρκεια του War να κάνουμε καλό scout έτσι ώστε να αυξήσουμε τις πιθανότητες της νίκης.
練習をするというよりかは体調面のコンディションを整えるので、睡眠をよくとります。
Playoff finals who gets the tickets. Vatang is up by 1, but we talked about momentum all day long, and so far none of the teams in previous qualifiers ever took advantage of leading 1-0 in a series. They all went to a third match.
That's a good point, but GP, they have such an has such an amazing swagger. These guys have definitely seemed the most confident this entire week, so I'm looking for them not to be affected at all by this first loss. They're ready to come back.
But statistically, Vatang has the best offense, and offense usually ends up with the stars, so let's see how it goes.
Offense or defense, which will win the war for them? It's either Vatang 2-0 or we go into a third match. The finals are on. There we go.
Again, I say my money's on Vatang again. They have shown time and time again that they can get it done in the clutch moments. They don't have the higher defensive statistics, but ultimately that only will come into the picture if there's no 3 stars.
Well, GS is going to lead off, so again, this is going to be Watto, who had an 89% 2-star, one of the highest percentages in that last war versus Vatang. And now check out these bases. We're going to see bases. This almost looks like a return to a more traditional trophy-style base with that town hall close to the dead center of the layout.
I mean, you don't want to give up that town hall too easily, right? So, I mean, I'm seeing that potentially being a meta shift, probably not, but we'll see. I mean, we've seen in the past players bringing out just unusual base designs simply to confound and confuse the attacker. There's only 1 or 2 of those weird bases in the war, and right now, this may be one of them.
Oh, let's watch for these witches on the outside. Watto trying to make sure that this funnel works. Archer Queen, her healers getting wiped out by an air defense right there. She's gone all the way down towards the bottom of the base and in as a jump spell because they only got an opening through 1 wall. Everybody headed in over the jump after the core, and that's going to ensure that you've got the town hall down for that first star.
Devastating to see that Queen go the wrong direction. That is never a good thing, but the best players can keep their head level and ready to go and try to do the very best with what they've got, and that's what Watto is doing right now. He's got all of his troops into the core. He's got that town hall down. There's the 2-star, nice and secured. And you know, as the pressure increases, as we move along in this night to figure out who's going to move on, you know, we might be seeing added stress, and maybe that's why we're seeing just a whole bunch of 2-stars.
It's certainly possible, you're right. I mean, there's no more pressure than the final match that determines them coming back to play in the World Championship Finals. And now the Pekkas have worked their way back to the outside of the base. So 63% right now, Watto from GS. Vatang happy with the way this base has performed. This is not going to be an extremely high percentage, and now you've got those lava pups that are trying to take down the Pekkas. I heard 1 go down there, and you've got a lot of point defenses working on the remaining. Is that 1 or 2?
It appears to be 1 left, yes, unless I'm wrong, but you know, that could be the case. It looks like the Pekka will accumulate a little bit more percentage. We'll get to 68, maybe 69% before that final minion goes down and Watto opens it up with the magic number.
69% 2-star for Watto. Starting out for GS, Vatang is going to answer. And I have to say, out of all of the attacks in the previous face-off here between Vatang and GS, 69% would have been the lowest percentage of the day.
Incredible. So starting off this attack, this entire thing with what I would say would be a mediocre 2-star. I mean, and that's crazy to say because, again, 69%, that's not a terrible number, you know? But from what we've seen today, the average total destruction, again, over 75%. So it really is quite amazing to see these guys in action. And again, as we've continued to say, and I don't want anybody at home to forget, these are the best players and the best clans in the world, and it is such a privilege to see them in action.
It really is. It's an honor to be here to help cast this and to watch these amazing attacks, watch the meta change before our eyes, as now we've got, again, Mass Hog Rider, so the heroes are going to come in, just kind of create that funnel, and no healers for the Archer Queen, going to get the job done done as best she can with just her ability. She's all by herself up there, the 1 o'clock position of the base. And here come the Hog Riders, immediately triggering her giant bomb, and 16 have not yet been deployed. So watch for those to be deployed and join this main pack as they work their way through the base.
The PSH has 3-starred twice with this strategy. So this may just be his best strategy, maybe the one he's most comfortable with, and he saw a base that appeared to be a little bit vulnerable. Now, I'm a bit worried about the pathing here, but then I just realized, hey, we still have a Stone Slammer. That Stone Slammer may very well trigger or grab that Town Hall for PSH, and all of these defenses are going to be dropping due to the Hogs. This is looking very nice for him right now in this attack.
Yep, there's no spells left though. The Hogs have yet to face the Teslas. Here come the final 3 Hog Riders from the bottom left. At the top of your screen, the Stone Slammer is going to get in there, take that Town Hall down. 70% damage. The Teslas are still up. GS sounds happy right now because there's a lot of defenses down at the bottom left and not a lot of Hog Riders to deal any damage.
Wow, so there goes that Town Hall. That was too close for comfort, took too long for my taste, but it looks like because PSH ran into that Tesla farm at the very end when his Hogs were just limping along, barely able to get it, they weren't able to power through that Tesla farm. It's a very high percent 2-star, but I just don't think there's enough left in the gas tank for this one.
Yep, imagine if you swap out a few of those Hog Riders for some healers. Does it make the difference? Does it keep the queen up and that walk works and she finishes off the base? Right now, you've just got the skeletons in there. They wiped out the rest of the core. There was indeed plenty of time. Had the Archer Queen had help, she would definitely have grabbed a 3-star right here, Klaus. Instead, PSH from Vatang has to settle for a 91% 2-star.
Which is a rather high percent 2-star indeed, and definitely what we want to continue seeing out of them, especially an all-star like PSH.
Vatang riding the way from the first win here in the first war of a best of 3, 91% and 69 of GS. That might be the upper hand for the first attack. Well, there are many more to come.
Exactly, we've only seen one attack from either side so far, and now looking to shake things up is Earth from GS, one of my personal favorite players. We've seen him before in Poland. He is a 3-star master, 2 3-stars so far leading up to this war right now. So he's certainly shown he can do it even against some of the best bases in the world. So we're looking for Earth to try to make the difference right here. They need an early 3-star to shift the momentum back into their favor and hope to tie things up 1-1. Remember, this is best of 3.
Earth, one of the few players in the world that can say that he's been here more than one time. So you can tell he's starting to play around. He's starting to flirt with the camera a little bit. He's getting comfortable, and that's good because then he'll be able to execute his attacks at the highest level that he's able to and secure potentially a 3-star here for GS.
Certainly, and we're back to Pekka Smash, so watch for the Queen and the healers to trigger that Goblins out of the clan castle again. Look at this mass here. Goblins, archers, and a dragon, but that is a beautiful poison spell that immediately puts an end to almost every single CC defense.
That's right. One of the best things you can do is catch a clan castle with a queen walk, especially if you have a poison spell to make it happen. So it is looking good right now for that queen walk. Earth actually about to snag that 1-star from that Town Hall, and then will lead into that jump spell, which the funnel has been very nicely made by a Pekka, and then of course that king on the left-hand side as well.
That was beautiful to watch. The queen almost like following orders. She takes the Town Hall down and then moves in to rejoin everybody headed into the core. That was perfectly planned by Earth as they all move in, and again, those healers going to help keep those bowlers up as we head towards, ooh, nice use of the Warden's ability there. That prevented that Eagle strike, and then they took the Eagle out, no longer a factor.
Wow, so they just melt through these max walls. Like we've said, a bunch of Pekkas and some bowlers under Rage spell, and then get through the walls very, very fast. And he was able to use the knowledge of knowing that that enemy queen was there to predict where his troops were going to go. So that is really nice for him. The funnel looks like it's going to work. The pathing is
really
working out
right here,
We're
Klaus.
hearing some celebrations over there from GS for their attacker Earth.
The Inferno Tower down, the bowlers at the bottom, and there's not a lot left. More applause from GS as the Slammer is still up, and there's not a lot of defenses left, Klaus. Nothing to stop it right here. The healers are up. Tons of units remain.
With 52 seconds to go and 2 defenses, it looks like Earth is going to be able to throw down a 3-star for his clan. I don't see this going any other way. Do you, Gally?
Plenty of time left. He's got a swag haste spell when he drops on the clan castle. Insult to injury. Earth for GS, another 3-star. Incredible performance right here. And now advantage GS in this second war. Definitely looking to tie things up. And like we said, to drop the 3-star early makes a huge difference.
GS has now put the pressure on Vatang. They have the 3-star. That is Earth's third 3-star of this weekend. And as we said earlier, if this goes to another war, Earth could potentially be a record breaker with a 4th 3-star. So he is about to be entering into the record books if GS has it their way and wins this one.
It's entirely possible, and you know that is their plan. But Vatang's plan, the exact opposite. They want this to end right here, right now. They're ahead 1-0 in this best-of-3 match. To win this war means they advance to the finals later on this year. Young Hun from Vatang, a 79% 2-star in the first war against GS, and he's coming again with it looks like Electron Lalo.
Wow, look at the Expos surrounding that Eagle Artillery. All 3 are set to ground. And I heard about this. I heard that some clans were setting up ground Expos, and it seems like it opens it up for players to be able to use Laloon or any other kind of air attack. So really, it doesn't surprise me to see Young Hun attacking this base right now with a Laloon attack.
Yep, so Pekka Smash being so common right now, so that's part of the reason that you see more and more ground set Expos. And sure enough, Young Hun from Vatang switching things up, able to combat that with the Lalo attack. And again, watch for Electron, one of my favorite attacks to watch. And wow, those GS guys getting excited right now. As you can see, the Archer Queen has moved away from that Inferno Tower, all the way on the outside, all by herself, needs to use the ability. She's not going to get much further, Klaus.
You would want to describe that as stubborn. Queen not taking that break and leaving that multi-inferno completely untouched. The Stone Slammer now being deployed though, so it's going to work on a few of these defenses. It clips up to take out that inferno, and here is the clone spell. They actually clones the Electro Dragon, which under Rage Spell, this could be highly valuable right now, potentially, and with a great freeze, taking out the enemy queen, and then hopefully we'll also get that Eagle Artillery down, and there it goes. Wow, that is a ton of value for an Electron. I mean, look at what's left on this base right now. 2 Lava Hounds, 36 balloons, and still an an Earthquake spell just in case that Town Hall doesn't pop.
And that's what we see almost every single time. The goal of an Electron to get into the core and get an Eagle Artillery down. That's exactly what happened. 1/3 of this base down, and now in comes the Lalo portion. But watch out for the very dangerous Dragon. It's hovering over the Town Hall right now, and it is going to go to work on those balloons. Splash damage, great freeze spell though, and the Earthquake. So the freeze, that stops the Dragon. The Earthquake wakes up the Town Hall. There goes the Town Hall, and the Warden ability, perfectly timed, keeps all those balloons up, and they could go on and continue to wipe out this base.
Wow, so with 50 seconds left and 10 balloons still up, this is looking like a close one, to say the least. I mean, with that sweeper in the core really throwing things off. You know, without that sweeper, this attack would have looked very, very differently, I think. But it's still looking very overwhelming.
Super solid right here, Klaus. 30 seconds left. No defenses left. The balloons are out after storages, after other buildings. This is going to be the end right here. 20 seconds, though. 2 balloons left to drop. Here they come. They're on the skeletons. There's more buildings on the right-hand side. 15 seconds. It's going to be awfully close, Klaus.
12 seconds left in the attack, and balloon portioned out all over this base. That defending Dragon is causing some problems, though, and that Hound does pop. The pups are actually out, but unfortunately, there is only no time left. That's going to be a 98% 2-star for Young Hun. They wanted to respond to the 3-star with a 3-star of their own, and they fall just short of 2 buildings.
What an attempt by Young Hun. Just incredible 98%, but that Earthquake really shattered the Vatang lineup, it seems. On the other side, GS 3-star that early in the second war. Oh, I see this third war coming already.
Yeah, well, hopefully Vatang does not want that to happen. It's incredible the amount of percentage they've put up with a 91 and a 98 so far. They lead vastly by percentage despite the fact that GS has dropped the 3-star, but percentage doesn't matter right now. The stars are all that count.
You have to believe that Earth, who pulled out the 3-star a minute ago, is still feeling really good about himself. And now that he's done his attack, he can kind of kick back and help his clanmates get it done right now. So here we see Stadra starting off this attack with yet another Lalo. We've seen many 3-stars now with Lalo today, and it's good to see this attack really making a surge after all the Pekka Smash and stuff that we've been seeing.
Yep, so the Archer Queen facing off with a defensive Barbarian King. She's got a couple of Teslas to get to as well. There she's working on that Town Hall. There's a jump spell. It's obviously not for the Town Hall. Check out the Barb King far top right. He doesn't have his Pekka skin yet there, Klaus.
No, he's decided to go in completely default. That's fine. Right now we're seeing the King creating a very nice funnel up here on the right-hand side. The Baby Dragon got a lot of value on the left-hand side too. I see Rene smile right now. He's liking that. But with that Queen Walk over there on the right and that funnel established too, I think she has nowhere to go but inside toward that clan castle.
And that's going to be important because a dragon comes out. There's the rage spell perfectly placed, enrages the Queen. She increases her damage and enrages the healers. They increase their healing. And the poison also well placed, going to get that witch out of the way, and now the Queen can move on in towards the core of the base.
Man, that Queen really getting some work done, and see that witch in that clan castle. We haven't seen a lot of that, but as you can see, it wasn't all that effective. A witch in the CC is going to defend well against troops that maybe can only attack rather slowly. Electro Dragons or, you know, the standard dragons, they're a little slower, but against the Queen Walk, especially under rage and a poison spell, that witch had no chance.
Yep, and in comes the Archer Queen after that Eagle Artillery, so that means the Lalo portion begins. You know Stadra really wants the Queen to get the Eagle down. There it is! The Eagle didn't get another set of shots off. Perfect timing, if you ask me right there, as the Lalo portion begins and none of those air troops had to suffer any rounds from the Eagle Artillery.
Ouch, though. Ouch. To see the Queen go down so early into an attack, these balloons have no more support. There's no spells at all. So what is going to happen? There's too much base left. The balloons moving about as slowly as you would expect them to. There is a freeze spell. That'll help a bit, but nothing to speed them up, though.
Yeah, you really want a haste spell at this point, especially when you've got loons approaching things like multi-target Infernos and Wizard Towers. Look at all those minions working on that Expo. They get stopped almost immediately, and this attack is being stopped. Stadra wrapping up above 85%, though. He's going to close in on 90 once again. These guys have really turned it up for this last war, Klaus, or what might be the second to last war.
Exactly. If they're able to win it, this is the second to last war, and splitting the difference 1-1. Stadra putting his hand over his face. He's not happy with the results at all, but with an 89% 2-star, that really helps his clan if, for whatever, or somehow, and it's definitely possible, that Vatang actually pulls off a 3-star too, then that total destruction comes back into play.
Well, remember, we have not seen Cinnabro attack yet for Vatang, and he was the one that tripled a GS base just a little bit ago. Just a few minutes ago, he was putting down the 3-star, so no doubt he's got the confidence. He knows that he can triple these GS bases, and he's going to pick another one shortly. But right now, it's going to be Kadran from Vatang, who also has dropped 2 triples this weekend.
And he had the clutch attack that got his clan into the finals to begin with. So you know he's leading with his attacking capabilities, and he's hoping that he's able to pull it off again here. And check it out, 47 Hog Riders!
Mass Hog Rider right here from Kadran of Vatang. One of the really interesting things I heard from him, if you listen to the interview that we heard a little bit earlier, he practices by pretending that a friendly is an actual war attack. And then when he goes in for an actual attack like this, he's visualizing it as a friendly attack. And what that does, it's a little bit of psychological training that helps reduce the nerves. And that may be an absolute brilliant move. We'll see, as Kadran has had no problem keeping his cool with 2 triples this weekend and an 83% 2-star in his last attack against GS.
Talk about strong-minded if you're able to convince yourself that this isn't a big deal. I mean, seriously, this is amazing to see what's on the line right now. And look at this beautiful Queen getting the work done right now. She managed to take out the entire clan castle. That was amazing.
She's got like 1 hit point left. She got that last pup down, and again, that was critical because it's Mass Hog Rider. They're going to be working their way in here, and look at them coming in from at least 5 different positions on this base, Klaus.
I mean, the spread of the hogs are amazing right now, but you want to make sure you stay together, and that's the whole point. He's making sure that his hog riders are going to be coming together, collapsing down onto that Eagle Artillery, and right now, fortunately for him, that Queen's in a large compartment, so those skeletons may actually be able to take her out.
Yep, the Hog Riders moving in after that second Inferno Tower and in the core with the defending Archer Queen. She is a brutal problem for them. There's the Warden's ability. The Skeleton's trying to work. The Queen is going to go down, and the Warden's ability was still active.
Wow, so that Warden's ability coming in the clutch there, covering a few of the Skeletons. The Queen was distracted on the one that was invincible, and then bam, they were able to take her down. So Hog Riders seem to be, and I don't want to predict too hard, but the next meta, I mean, look at how powerful they have been today.
Yes, Mass Hog Rider. Watch the Stone Slammer working, and of course, more Hog Riders in there behind that Town Hall. Hog Riders moving in, closing in on the cannon as well. Here comes a Baby Dragon. Town Hall just barely goes down, and that is going to be it for defenses. The Archer Tower is the last one. The Hogs are going to spread out, but we only have 50 seconds left, 20% remaining. This is going to be a race against the clock right here. As those Hog Riders are spreading out. You want to see them split up now where you wanted them together earlier, Klaus.
Absolutely, and right now it is a race against the clock. We got a lucky wizard on the top taking out the wings of the exterior buildings and taking out as much as possible. Meanwhile, we have an entire parade of Hogs and Skeletons working together.
Those are friendly Skeletons, Hogs and Skeletons living in harmony. Last three buildings going down. Kadron from Vatang grabbing the 3-star.
And that's a triple for Vatang and tying it up once again.
Third attack for Vatang. Once again, a 3-star. Look at that build-up. 91%, 98%, 100%. That's exactly how we come back into such a war.
Mass Hog Riders. I had iTzu coaching me on Mass Hog Riders earlier this weekend. It is incredibly strong. So many Hogs out on the field. Don't need the Queen. They wiped everything out on their own. And incredible Kadron with his third 3-star.
Amazing. So we saw a clutch 3-star from GS early in this war. And then Kadron again with a very clutch 3-star for Vatang to tie it up. Total destruction is king at this current moment, and Vatang has quite the advantage on that front right now. Actually, you can see the math, 6.2%.
That's huge, Klaus. That really is. And like Rene pointed out, 91, 98, 100 versus 69, 89, 100. Even though the stars are tied, it's a huge lead for Vatang right now.
And you gotta love it, but right now, Aaron CPB attacking for GS, the 4th out of 5 attackers. You know he's ready to roll. He wants that 3-star to put his clan back ahead. He was feeling comfortable, but you can't do that. You can't feel comfortable in these final rounds. You got to stay on top of your game the entire time, and he's keeping his focus, as you can see from his face cam down below.
Yes, and Cinebro using the ever-familiar headless giant base. If you look at it, it kind of looks like a head, and the top right is missing, and then you see the arms and the legs. Okay, no, I've never seen this base before, but I'm naming it the Headless Giant as Cinebro from Vatang. These players have some of the most incredible base building skills. It's going to be unusual, and Aaron CPB is one that has to try to decode it as he's working his Archer Queen in. Looks like some wall breakers got that wall open, Klaus.
Amazing wall breaker action from both of these clans. I mean, you can't ask for a more precise deployment to make these work. They're including the spells. They're including just simple timing, and of course you got to put in your tester wall breaker to make sure that there's no bombs in the way. Right now, that Queen starts to tack onto a wall. She's getting hammered right now, no ability, so she's going to go down. But remember, that Lalo portion of the attack can still get a lot done. That includes that Town Hall down on the bottom left-hand side.
So 29% damage, and notice now the Clan Castle troops are moving up towards that lone archer at the very top of your screen, as in from behind, the unwitting Clan Castle troops have wandered off, except for a few archers. Come the Lava Hounds and the balloons right at that Town Hall. But again, you've got the Sweeper, the Eagle, and the Queen to deal with right here, Klaus. Could be a problem.
Wow, the small details. He deploys a section of balloons. He gets a Baby Dragon in there to take care of an external Wizard Tower, and then more balloons. You gotta imagine how fast these guys' fingers are flying across their tablets or their phones as they're deploying all of these. And we take it for granted. They know exactly which tile and how many they want to deploy. And right now, he's showing it. Those balloons are charging in and destroying that Eagle artillery.
Yeah, they're running through this base. The skeleton spells help to take out that defensive Archer Queen. A beautiful timing on the Ward's ability. A great free spell right there. Stops the Wizard Tower, and that's going to be the last splash defense as these balloons move through for Aaron CPB. Spreading out towards the other defenses, but only 35 seconds left. So it certainly looks like an overkill triple, and damage may come down to time as we're under 30 seconds. 2 more minions left to deploy. 78% damage in all sorts of buildings. Far left, far right. The Lava Hound pops. that could be a big problem, as now you've got Lava Hounds, or Pups, spreading out on defense. 16, 15 seconds left. The balloon so slow. Units trying to clear every single structure, but it looks like it might not happen. Final 10 seconds. 8-7, far left-hand side. Can you imagine a builder hut could stop this 3-star? 96%, and they're the last structures still up. An incredible 97 for Aaron. He is disappointed.
Wow, that was just a roller coaster ride. I felt this is gonna be a 3-star. There's no chance it isn't. And then, oh no, something's gone wrong. Wait, he's got time, he's got plenty of cleanup. And then that Lava Hound, that defending Clan Castle Lava Hound, popping, and all those lava pups going around distracting everything. That was the section of the base that ended up holding up and unfortunately causing Aaron CPB the 3-star and leaving Vatang in the lead right now.
That is a great observation, Klaus. The fact that the Lava Hound popped probably almost certainly stopped that 3-star, because it was that region where the pups were that the buildings still stood. And how often is it that an attack wraps up and what you have left is tiny little builder huts? Usually have massive storages with all those hit points. Instead, you have these little tiny builder huts. Every building matters.
Incredible. And you know, the placement of all those buildings was on purpose too. They had the spacing out just right to prevent some easy, you know, chain lightning or Valkyrie getting in there and wiping them all out at once. And it came down to, again, that defending Lava Hounds and the Lava Pups right out. That is just a crazy defensive strategy and something that I hope a lot of people are going to be emulating moving forward after watching the stream and seeing the best of the best collide here today.
These absolutely are the best of the best, qualifying through play.eslgaming.com or through the in-game clan war leagues. 8 incredible clans, and now we're down to 2. It's a best-of-3 match, and Vatang is ahead 1-0. But right now, each clan having put up a 3-star so far gives Vatang the advantage by percentage. And again, we're watching another mass Hog Rider attack, Klaus.
And the Hogs are really coming in the clutch, but right now I'm also noticing a Dragon that under Poison Spell. That's great, but you know, his hit points might not all run out, so this might come down to a very unfortunate Dragon. Come on, go down. He's
unbelievable. Oh. It's still there with an invisible health bar. There's nothing left. And the Warden looks like he was no help right there. The Dragon is going to survive.
Wow. So that attack looked so good at the very beginning, and now with that Dragon having literally no hit points at all. And then the Stone Slammer hitting the Tornado Trap as well. This is not looking good for Vatang right now. Lanzlotta trying his very best to take out this Town Hall. And of course, that Dragon is going to be a problem.
Got a heal spell, 3 Hogs, 2 Wizards remain. That down goes the Stone Slammer. What's inside? There it is.
He gets the 2-star.
Riders barely do it. 54% damage. And we're seeing Valkyries from the defensive Clan Castle, Klaus. I think we have seen a greater variety of troops in defensive CCs today than we've ever seen in any of these qualifiers.
Absolutely a record breaker if that is the statistic we're counting, because this has been I'm getting whiplash right now. I mean, you're seeing hounds like crazy, dragons, we're getting ice golems. I mean, it's just insane, the variety, and it's really throwing off these attackers. Lanzlotta ending up with 59% 2-star.
Lowest percentage they scored in this entire final, but still they have the lead on the stars, but there's another hitter coming for GS, and nothing is decided. It seems like once again we go down to the last attacks. Find out if we see the first team going through with just 2 single walls in our final.
The final attacker, Takana from GS. He has had a 3-star in the previous rounds. He also today has had a 99 and a 93% 2-star. If there's anybody on the clan, GS, that's going to be able to pull off a triple, put his clan ahead, it's going to be him.
Yes, and earlier 93% specifically against Vatang. So we'll see right here as he's looking to try to grab that advantage for GS, and he's doing it with Queen Charge Miner, my personal favorite attack.
Right now, actually, GS has that total destruction advantage, 1.4% advantage to be exact. So this is extremely close. And with one attack remaining for each of these teams, this can really come down to the last moment, as every single one of these wars today has. If GS takes the win, then it's tied up 1-1, and we go into an overtime tiebreaker war. If Vatang takes the victory, then they sweep it for the very first time in World Championship qualifier history.
Indeed, we haven't seen a sweep before, but right now Takana from GS trying to make sure we don't. That wall wrecker trying to move in closer to the town hall, closer to the core for that queen charge, and get ready for those miners. Again, we'll look for them around 1:45 or sooner. The Barb King is probably going to come in about that same time and help distract. Here he is at the bottom of the screen, about 8 o'clock, 8:30, just below that left-hand side. He's going to take out the defending Barbarian King. And yes, sure enough, in come the miners. Notice the ground targeting defenses are all focused on the King while the miners move in from behind.
You better believe that that queen dying early is going to be a big problem for Takana. Yeah, that was not a good thing at all. And then the defending Clan Castle pups still staying up. Fortunately, he had a minion, so he's able to take those pups out. But now the miners, they have one more heal spell and a rage, and about 60% left on this base. So he's going to get the 2-star. I think that's a safe bet. But right now, they need that total destruction or a triple. One of them seems out of reach.
Well, he only has one heal spell remaining. Klaus Takana working his way. The Eagle Artillery just now goes down. The balloon, the miners working towards the bottom. Still 2 Inferno Towers burning away. The Ice Golems are pretty much useless up at the top of the base, unfortunately. The miners are gone. 54%, Klaus. This attack is just about over right here. Nothing left on the map that's going to do much damage. The Warden is all alone trying to get that Archer Tower down, and he is just barely going to get it down. That marks 56%. That is a massive disappointment for GS.
You better believe it. I mean, with 90+% for every attack Takana's put up today, ending up with a 56%. Again, that queen dying early was the killer of this attack. I mean, the miners did a good job getting through, but unfortunately, this base design potentially just completely threw off everything. And now Vatang has a really good chance of taking this win, either with a 3-star or with a really solid percentage 2-star. And none other than the man himself, Cinnabro, is going to be pulling off this attack.
He is already 3-starred at GS base. He is 3-starred earlier this weekend, but it looks like, going by the numbers, 64 is the magic number right now. He needs to pull out a 64% 2-star in order to ensure that Vatang has the victory. So, yep, Klaus confirming it right here. So 63 is the tie, 64 is the win. That's not a huge number for a pro player here like Cinnabro, so he's going to try to remain calm and check out this army composition. A couple of E-Dragons, Electron, and Lalo.
I want to remind everyone at home that these wars have been absolutely close from the entire live stream. And we've had those crazy situations where what we expect to happen, it doesn't happen. So we can't call it until the very last moment. Once it's numerically impossible for Vatang to lose, that is when we're going to call it, even though 64% is perhaps one of the lowest percentages that we have needed this entire time.
Well, again, the GS clan putting together incredibly well-performing bases. We'll see what happens right here as the Electron is going to be in combination with these other Electro Dragons. So they move in. There's your clone spell, and they're going to wipe out a huge portion of this base. The question is, Klaus, do they get to the Eagle Artillery? They're working on it. They're close, but they're not quite there. Rage spell should help them, and they have a lot of health left. But now they move off to the right towards the gold storage. Here they go. There's the Eagle Artillery, and it is indeed going to get wiped out. And oh man, the chain lightning through so many different buildings right there. That is exactly what Cinnabro and Vatang wanted. You can hear them celebrating. This is going exactly to plan right now, Klaus.
That is the power of the chain lightning. You get a couple of Electro Dragons under a rage spell, and bada bang, bada boom, they do amazing things. What looks like magic to a Clash of Clans player.
2 stars, 50%. We've got 14% to go. 56, 58, closing in on the victory is Vatang. 60%, here it comes. 63, and the magic number, they've got it. Cinnabro clinches it for Vatang. They are going to advance, and this attack is not over. wiping it out. They have clinched it. They are excited. They know they are going to the World Championship Finals later on this year. Vatang incredibly for the first 2-0 final.
And they still have a freeze spell in the docket here, so if he can actually freeze just right, these balloons may be able to go through this entire base here.
Look at that absolutely epic freeze right there on the air defense, on the Wizard Tower, on the multi-target Inferno. That is skill, that is pro skills right there. These guys, this is incredible. They needed 64, they're gonna pull out a triple, it looks like here, Klaus. 36 seconds left. What an exclamation point. They are sending warning signals as the balloons go down, but you've got 30 seconds left. Lots of cleanup remain, Klaus. Here come the minions. Here comes the Lava Puppet and the Warden. 23 seconds left. Cinebro saying, hey, Tribe Gaming, hey, Team Queso, watch out because South Korea is on their way, and they are a true triple threat.
It happened. The first team to go 2-0 in the series, getting their golden tickets to the Clash of Clans World Championship. It's Vatang taking down GS in just an impressive fashion live here on stage.
Unbelievable, Klaus.
Amazing. I mean, to not only win with what only was needed is 64%, but also to get a 3-star to, like you said, send that message to the other qualifiers for the World Championship, grabbing the 3-star, Cinebro leading his clan in style.
I'm absolutely sure they're watching right now. They're terrified at home from the couches. 2 triples in such a close matchup where they really needed them.
Watch these Electro Dragons cloned right here. What an incredible use of chain lightning right here as the Eagle Artillery goes down and creates this beautiful funnel going down to the bottom of the base. That was one of the most beautiful things I've seen all weekend. It was absolutely incredible.
The value from that Electron was just unprecedented. And then, of course, this Laloon portion of the attack was so well placed, so well executed. Now, Vatang becomes the very first in history to sweep in the finals to secure their place in the World Championships.
And Cinebro, bro, 2 3-stars, he 3-stars GS both times he faces them in these finals. That was an amazing performance, epic, one of the best I've ever seen in the game.
I said it before, he's the end boss, and it seems like he just wanted to show us the same again. A triple to end the playoff final live here. I mean, there's no other message you can send to Team Queso, no other message you can give to Tribe Gaming. It's like, we're on the map, we're coming for the big finals in a stadium, and we're gonna take you down.
The words are escaping me right now. I'm just so incredibly amazed at how well that went, and to put the exclamation point, no, like 3 or 4 exclamation points on the end of this entire event and get that 3-star at the end, not only winning, but slamming the victory. You cannot get more exciting than that.
I agree. I agree. I don't know what else to add right there. It's amazing. It's been an amazing experience all weekend.
Let's get to the absolute best point of the entire show, because I love seeing joyful faces. So please welcome to the stage, playoff May winner going through to the World Championship final. It's Vatang! What a final it was, the first final ever that we saw that ends in a 2-0 series, because so far we always went to that third match. Codron, you let your team, obviously grab the golden ticket, is that you let your team to just an impressive performance. You saw the 3-star on the GS side, you had to deliver, and it seems like you just lived up to whatever performance you could dream about.
Sorry, can you say it again?
It's just, you ran into 3-star from GS, you saw it, and it was like, you need to deliver, and you just went straight for it.
Yeah, I had to do 3-star at that moment. If I don't do 3-star, my team got to lose. So I tried really hard and focused really hard, and it was lucky. The result went well.
It definitely went well, because it can calm down a bit now as you're in the World Championship final. Clash of Clans World Championship. You go into a stadium, you're facing Team Queso and Tribe Gaming. Is there anything that you want to say to your community out there so they support you for going into the final?
Yeah, was the question?
Go for it. Say something to your community. Get the support for the final.
Okay, first I'll go with English. Guys, thank you for supporting us with we support you Vatang, we encourage you Vatang, and we were thinking really thankful for that, and we'll continue to show you with good attacks and nice strategies and really hard bases. Okay, and can I say Korean fan?
Go for it.
한국 여러분, 이렇게 저희 바탕 클랜이 우승하게 되었는데 이렇게 유튜브로든 뭐 트위치로든 이렇게 방송들 많이 봐주시고 또 응원해주시고 해주셔가지고 너무 감사합니다. 저희 여기서 다 응원해주시는 거 마음 받고 우리 운도 이렇게 좋아가지고 좋은 결과 얻게 됐으니까 앞으로도 응원해주시고 지켜봐주세요. 감사합니다. That's it.
Thank you. Once again, I can say it, and I hope the guys will celebrate it really crazy. The winner of the May Qualifier, it's Vatang! And with that, a look at my watch actually tells me that. We're coming to an end. That's the third qualifier we're actually closing here, and I want to say thanks to everyone involved. Obviously, Supercell, the fans out there, everyone that's watching, the staff working here on the show, like Cassius, Galadon, and Klaus, obviously iTzu and Woody for bringing us all the knowledge and all the insight on this tournament. 3 qualifiers are over, another 3 to come, so halfway through right now, on our way to 1 million prize pool later on in a big stadium with the final. My name is Rene, and I see you guys in June.